Y'all come on up in here, man. We about to have the conversation. These tethers be lying. So this is what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna take their talking points and debunk. We're gonna debunk all of them first of all, and then we're gonna flip it on them. So y'all come on up in here. We about to have the conversation. Come on up in here. Matter of fact, while we waiting on it, everybody get in the room. Those who come up in here now, y'all get to hear some y'all get to hear some of my new stuff. Let me share the live to some people. Boy Mongo, do we boom boom boom. My girl 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘁. Boy Ron, Negro Esther. Let's get Miss NJ, Truth Live, King Hawk. I know everybody busy, but we about to get into it. Y'all come on up in here. Come on up in here, hit that like button. We about to have the conversation. It is time that we have the conversation once again. These tethers. I've had it up to here with these tethers that we gonna use they talking points. And just as strong. What's up, Mongo? We just gonna use their talking points and just eradicate them. Because a lot of these brothers running these lives are not intelligent. They don't do any research. And honestly, they don't need to be speaking anything Black American. All they need to do, I saw one live where they were showing a slum in Africa and they were like, what are we gonna do about it? That's the conversation you Africans need to have. You got a slum in your homeland, and what the hell are you gonna do about it? They were raising money. I saw it. I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw Africans getting together and talking about how they're gonna fix the slum in their homeland. And that's a good conversation that the Africans need to be having. But you do not need to be asking anything about Black Americans and their indigenousness to this land and if they're African or not. That's the last thing you need to be worrying about. So we got to talk about it, family. We about to take it to a whole nother level today. I just took this dude's talking points. That's all I did. And it's for educational TikTok, it's for educational purposes only. I'm not denigrating these West Africans or these South Africans. I'm just educating the people. I got to get on the head. So I'm taking their talking points and we about to flip it. Okay, we about to go in because I done had it up to here. I don't even join these lives. I saw one of our brothers that was in the room, one of our sisters that was in the room, and I just said, let me jump in and see what they talking about. I thought it was gonna be FBA, and come to find out, a tether was hosting this thing. And then I was listening to him, and I said, let me just jump on up. Let me just jump on up and get in this conversation real quick. And you know what happened? The moment I start spitting facts, the moment I start spitting truth, the dude muted me and dropped me down. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much muted me and dropped me down when I was about to give him that work. And so guess what, family? Y'all in for a treat. Because when these tethers get me mad, my pen gets to going crazy, right? And I got a song about the tethers now. So thank the tethers. We're going to add this song to the album. I'm coming out with the album, FBA only. I already got a single that's out. Y'all can stream it on all major platforms. It's called FBA only, Black and Unapologetic. It's the anthem. It's an anthem. It's a banger. I guarantee it's a banger. When you hear it, you're going to be like, oh shit, it's a banger. But now these tethers done got me so mad. Now I had to write a song about them. Jesus Christ. I had to lay down some tracks. And now y'all gonna tell me if it hit hard or not. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. And y'all gonna be the judge if it should go on the album or not, because they got me mad, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, these tethers got me mad. I'm heated. I'm heated. Matter of fact, they got me so mad. I don't even do. I did a 5 minute and 52 second song about him. I did a 5 minute 52 second song about him. That's how mad they got me. Went in the lab and came back with another banger. Don't get me angry. Don't get me. Don't get to the level where I'm like, ooh, because I might just use this pen, which is mightier than the sword, and cut you. So y'all hold on while we letting people get up in the room. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. And matter of fact, what I want to do is I want to bring my sister up here, and I want to bring my brother Mongo up here, and I want y'all to tell me if I got a banger or not. Hold on. Let me bring y'all up. Let me bring some of my family up here. I want y'all to tell me if I got a banger or not, because we about to go in on these tethers. Ooh, we about to go in on these tethers. Oh my God, I didn't want to have to do this. I was trying to be friendly and nice.
I had joined that live too, and they muted me.
I didn't even waste time in doing my whole little routine. And I just said, let me just take I'm gonna just take their talking points. I'm gonna just take their talking points. I'm gonna just take them. Okay. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think of this right quick. What's up, Mongo?
I was there. I was cussing their asses out. I'm sorry. I,
Oh my
I, I lost
God.
all my patience.
Oh
I
my
called them
God.
all kind of shit. They were dropping me left and right.
Oh my God.
I think I showed y'all a different side of me.
All right,
I
y'all
just
let me
think
know.
I
Go
just
ahead.
think they silly. It's beyond silly now.
Man, they done got me mad, man. So now I got to use their talking points and we got to debunk it. I'm glad you're up in this week because I need you to debunk these. I wish I was up there when you went up there. I wish. I
No,
was.
they
I saw
kept
our brother
dropping her. They
Dread.
kept dropping every time she said something. They kept dropping her.
Use that, huh?
Oh yeah, they was. I was trying to get pulled up, but they wouldn't drop me.
But that's when I came on live yesterday, right?
Yep.
hmm I didn't
I,
tell
I got so I got so mad and angry. I was calling them cow ass eating and all kind of stuff. I was pissed off. I mean, you gonna try to tell
they
me
are
where
triggered.
my
They
people
were
from?
doing a tether. They were doing I'm a tether and I say so
Mm-hmm.
all freaking day. Oh, that ain't true. That ain't true. Well, that ain't true. You
Oh
African.
yeah,
That ain't true.
disrespectful.
That ain't
They were
true. Oh, you a
disrespectful.
pretendian. That ain't
Yep.
true. They ain't got no. Y'all ain't got
I
no pyramids. Y'all don't got no. Nigga, do you know there's something called a Google?
I think when they said that all black people that was in America was enslaved, I just think they're stupid.
And the thing about it, they teamed up with some five
Indians.
dollar $5. I call them $5 because I let me tell you something. I got some history. I'm
Some
from
Liz Davis
Louisiana. I'm
that
from
got their
Louisiana.
money.
I live 3 minutes from the reservation. I watched these people go from dark brown skin to blonde hair and blue eye. I watched these people go there, so they can't come here with this crap with me.
And here's the thing. They act like it was so long ago, like our people ain't still alive. We're
I'm
living till
60.
90, 100 years old these days. We got people who are still alive. Matter of
Much,
fact, we just saw
much.
an interview. We just saw an interview that was taken back in the 50s and the 60s from a person who was still alive, and he was telling you how life was on the plantation.
That's right.
Now hold on. Now we know that he was caping a little bit because he had to. We know everything he was saying about on that plantation wasn't really true because he was surrounded around them boys.
Hmm.
But the point is, we we were talking to a slave. So
Yep.
hold on, y'all. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna play this song. I just dropped this. It may or may not go on the FBA album, and I just got mad, and I picked up my pen and I said, let me go in on these tablets. Let me go in on. Y'all let me know if I got something here or not. Hold on. Y'all let me know. Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
They come like shadows, false smiles, hidden schemes, sleeper cells in our dreams, working against our beams. Undermine the roots that we've grown from pain. Agent provocateurs playing the supremacist game. They crossing borders, but they ain't crossing lines. Foundational struggle, yeah, they undermine. We built this nation, bricks laid in our sweat, but they align with the oppressor. Never forget, Tethers moving silent, but they actions loud. Smile in our face, but they plotting in the crowd. Colonized mindset, fleeing they land. Instead of revolution, they got another plan. Spy move slick, agent roles they play. A buffer class built to keep us at bay. Anti-black venom mask with fake pride, but the real ones see through the lies they hide. False codes set the tie, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. Can't trust a face when the heart ain't pure. They moving like ops, but we stay secure. False codes set the tie, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. We built this here, blood, sweat, and fight. Don't need no buffers. We shine and bright. They wanna claim the fruits, but never plant the seeds. Living off our victories, but envy our deeds. Disrespect our martyrs, erase the blood trails. Then turn around, play victim when their schemes fail. Hands out for scraps, no loyalty shown. Leeching off the house that we made our own. They align with supremacy, whisper in the dark. Set traps and movements, trying to dim the spark. Agent provocateurs with a colonized soul. Fleeing their own battles, no fight for control. But we see the ops, the mask don't fit. FBA lineage, we never submit. False codes set the tie, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. Can't trust the face when the heart ain't pure. They moving like ops, but we stay secure. False codes set the tie, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. We built this here, blood, sweat, and fight. Don't need no buffers. We shine and bright. I see the games they play, whispers in the halls, trying to rewrite history, ignoring the calls. From Tulsa to Selma, we carried the weight, but Tethers keep aligning with the same old hate. Covert actions, they moving like pawns. Never for the people, just fueling the con. Anti-black venom with supremacist strains. Colonized mindset, they mimic the king, but FBA strong. We rooted in truth, legacy unbroken. We the living proof. Stand tall in the storm, let the agents unfold. We on code forever, they out in the cold. False codes to the tie, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. Can't trust the face when the heart ain't pure. They moving like ops, but we stay secure. False code.
I got a little crazy on the beat, so forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, somebody's calling.
I like that.
My bad, bro. I don't mean to come in hot. I know my music in the background. Forgive me.
It's all good. It's all good.
See the games they play, whispers in the halls, trying to rewrite history, ignoring the calls. From Tulsa to Selma, we carried the weight, but Tethers keep aligning with the same old hate. Covert actions, they moving like pawns. Never for the people, just fueling the con. Anti-black venom with supremacist strings. Colonized mindset, they mimic the king, but FB is strong, rooted in truth. Legacy unbroken, we the living proof.
I like that.
Let the agents unfold, we on code forever. They out in the cold, false codes. Sabotage, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. Can't trust the face when the heart ain't pure. They moving like ops, but we stay secure. False codes. Sabotage, sleeper cells in disguise. Undermine the truth while they feeding us lies. We built this here, blood, sweat, and fight. Don't need no buffers. We shine and bright. It's a lineage they can't rewrite, a legacy they can't dismantle. Foundational black Americans, built from the ground, we hold the mantle.
All right. I got crazy with the beat, y'all. I just did a I just did like a 5-minute, 52-second song on these people, man. I was mad. I went in the lab. I did some. The first one was dark, so I had to bring myself back. The first one I did was just dark, and I said, no, let me make this a little bit more fun.
Well, I noticed from the first couple minutes you went dark, and you kind of smoothed it out a little bit. I like that.
I said I got to bring some balance to the album. I can't just I said I got to bring a little bit of balance. That's what I thought. So I said let me just make it fun.
Oh, I like it. It's nice.
Thank you.
Love it.
Man, listen, these tethers, we gotta, you know what, man? They don't need to be in these spaces. They don't need to be talking. I saw one space today where they were showing pictures of the slums of Africa. I thought it was an FBA space, but it was really just Africans. And they were saying, we got to do something about our homeland. So if all this FBA delineage stuff is getting Africans to focus on their homeland, I think that's a positive thing. They actually had a picture of the slum of Africa, and Africans were in there they were even talking about donating. They said, donate. Who wants to donate to help fix the slums in Africa? I think that's what they need to be focused on. Go fix the slums. Go fix your shanty towns. Get yourself up out of what you're in. The same way we had to do hundreds of years ago. It's now your turn.
As an additive, I might add that hey family, how y'all doing? Sorry about the absence. What's going on? As an additive, Burkina Faso has paid off its debt.
Wow.
Its entire debt. Without, I say again, without Western aid.
Come on.
Okay. They invested in themselves.
Game
They
changer.
brought forth that which can be when you manifest it in today's power. You invest in your people. You inspire your people. Then you will acquire. Invest, inspire, acquire. Okay? Who we are and what we are is powerful beyond measure. Never forget that. No matter who and what your circumstance might present yourself in the moment to be, know that you are greater than it. Every second that you exist. I'll stop right there for the moment.
And shout out to Burkina Faso. Shout out to them brothers out there standing on business. We don't hate on them.
Nope.
We don't hate on them.
Cousin, I needed your speech today because I was running hot. I lost my mind today.
Man.
Brother, let me tell you just this simple. If you ain't figured it out from me right now, anything coming from mainstream media is persona non grata. Any and everything. Let me explain it to you in its simplest terms. As you've heard me say before, we're in a 500-year war. We, as foundational Black Americans, are technically, as 𝗖𝗄𝗴𝗵𝗵𝘁𝘂𝘁𝗄𝗵 says every time, 59 years into overturning its existence. Only after having been subjected to massive amounts of misinformation along the way.
Oh, yes.
Okay. As we as a collective, refocus our energies, and this is when I speak to our karmic collective, not necessarily our political collective, our karmic collective. When we rise to that level, mountains tremble. Everything in the universe says or gives a collective WTF. Okay, we have no other choice except to vibrate at that harmony. Resonating at that harmony moves us all to where we need to be. Whether you are left or right, whether you are up or down, in or out, gay or straight, G or T, I could give two frigadoons. What we are supposed to be moving towards is a collective goal of moving into our further existence. And these minimalistic ideas move us towards depravity, not towards enlightenment. Enlightenment and the furtherment of our existence is always supposed to be the key, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you getting caught up in your own interpersonal frivolity means what? You've resorted to the materialistic, whether it be an emotional response or a impulse buy. We're greater than that. We've always been greater than that. That is what FBA is. And the idea that you want to latch onto that greatness without fully embracing that greatness is highly offensive. I'm sorry about my heat going on in the background, and I do forgive that it did kick on, so I apologize. I realize now it's getting louder, so I'm going to try. So forgive me for that, family.
I'm good.
Okay. We are a species that are supposed to be striving beyond what we are. Correct?
Yep.
So
You're right.
why
100.
are you getting caught up in this mundane bullshit? This, you hurt my feelings. You owe me money. Yes, you owe me money. And in today's God blessed currency, I want my money. Today. Not tomorrow. Not in a week. I want my money today. So I can make the decisions that are best for me today. Without any aspect of your influence at all. And somehow, I am being portrayed as out of pocket. Again, I ask those who are here, am I wrong? I don't believe I'm out of pocket when it comes to what I've seen the government do since the 1920s.
That's right.
Okay? You've been more than helpful to our immigrant brothers and sisters since the 1920s. Well, if I'm going to actually take it back further, historically speaking, you've been more than helpful to our immigrant brothers and sisters since the expansion west, or the expansion west. Let me say it clearly. If they came from the other side, you said, here you go. And you haven't stopped saying that since. The idea of foundational black Americans having an issue with immigration when we ourselves haven't been properly repaired, it doesn't seem to be that controversial from our position. It's actually really simple. The idea again is take care of one, then you deal with two. What's been happening, according to the United States federal government, is that we will deal with 7,857,400 to the exponential power before we deal with one. And we've had enough of that. And again, I say, what am I out of pocket with speaking to the panel?
Hell
Has nothing
no.
to do with whomever our immigrant brothers and sisters are. We have compassion for where you're coming from. We even understand that in particular situations, it was the United States government that created the situation that made you immigrate to this particular society and or culture. But it doesn't mean you run to the front of the line.
That's
It
right.
means you happily, embracingly, wonderfully embrace the end of the line or line,
That's right.
not the front of the line. You look at the last place on the line and say thank you, not the front. And you quietly, humbly submit yourselves to this particular governmental entity that might say, I'll take on your cause.
Right.
But right now,
Hmm.
we don't know. Or how did that movie put it? 𝗔𝗯ance up in the air, or the air over there. Basketball player was, Kevin Bacon went to the African tribe to recruit their son, who was a tremendous basketball player. I don't know if y'all remember that movie. It's a good movie, actually. But I digress.
Yeah.
How is the panel doing? Y'all know I ain't had a chance to say nothing for a good minute, and Too Much has given me the opportunity thus far to say some things. So thank y'all very much. If I am saying something that is, again, remiss against the panel, I'm curious as to hear what it might be.
No, everything you're saying is sound, but what I want to get on is, and I want to kind of go, I want to debunk these lies that they're telling online, man. I mean, it is ridiculous. I took,
What haven't I heard? Because I pay no attention to this drivel.
right. I took these questions directly from one of these African brothers. As a matter of fact, I didn't have time to even do anything, so I just kind of screenshotted what he wrote.
Do Black Americans have an identity crisis?
Oh yeah, and no, it goes. Are Black Americans indigenous? Do Black Americans have an identity crisis? And are Black?
No, we don't. The only people who seem to have an identity crisis is Africans attempting to
Yeah.
impose their believed perspective of identity onto foundational Black Americans. That is the issue. They want to say no, 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 and we're saying, stop.
Stop.
I don't care about your no. Your no is irrelevant. Your no stops here. We understand our geographical and historical difference. We get that. And we're never denying our African heritage in that regard. We fully embrace that and acknowledge that. The fact that you so sensitive to us saying, no, 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 we're at America. We're foundational black Americans. We have a different set of rules and circumstances that we go by according to the government by which we live. By which the historical evidence of this government treating us according to A, B, C, and D through Z. No, our experience is different.
Here's the issue, cousin.
Yep.
The real issue here. Let me get down to the nitty-gritty. What the real issue? The real issue is these tethers get in line with YT supremacy talking points, and then when you call them out on it, they hide behind this. Oh, the media lied to me.
Well, you have to understand, brother, and I hate to say it like this, but I've told you this before. Most of the continent of Africa at this particular point in time is under 40 years of age. Not all, but a significant amount of the continent of Africa is under 40 years of age. And so their actual historical history is based solely on what they've been fed through their particular ingestion of media and culture. And over the last 40 years, they've been fed a crock of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not letting them. But here's the thing, cousin. We're not letting them hide behind that anymore. We don't feel.
This is the point, and that's why they have an issue.
Yeah, we don't feel sorry for them anymore. I'm sorry that we're not going to accept that dumbass excuse anymore. That the media lied to you. That they told us this, they told us that. No, you have something. Listen, you have access to the internet, and I'm tired of doing the research for you.
Well, no, it's more. No, it's not so much that, brother. And I'm not gonna attempt to say that anything that what happened on the continent hasn't impacted them in their aspect and or vision, should I say? Because their vision is their vision, and I'm not gonna say I can superimpose my perspective on their vision. I'm not gonna do that.
They try to do that with us.
Yes, they do. However, I have the foresight to be able to see that is a false vision.
But hold on.
Okay?
They have a trick. Their trick bag is to get us to focus on Africa and do the work for them. They want us to build it up nice for them. That's what they want. They want us to come over there and
listen, bro. Let me say it like this, brother. You've heard me say this before. We're decades ahead of them. This does not mean that they are not making strides in their journey. And along their journey, some of their strides are going to be monumental for them. Maybe not for us. It'll be just another stepping stone along the journey. But for them and for their vision, it is a massive step. When you turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone, your vision and your perspective changes. I am allowing for them as a continent and as a group and as a consciousness to move that. This is why when I came on the set, I spoke of Burkina Faso. They are making strides. They are not necessarily the strides that we would deem as super powerful here. But for them, they are making great strides.
Hold on, cousin.
Agree and disagree.
Cousin, hold on, man. Listen, they are not Burkina Faso. They are not Nigerian.
No, not all of them. Absolutely not.
They are not Mali.
That's right.
They are Nigerian. They are Ghanaian. They are South African. They are Sierra Leone. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, no, brother. I understand that there are multiple factions
Africa is not
on the
the
continent.
United States. Africa
No,
is
they
not
are
the
not.
United States. They're not united in any single way whatsoever. They are very, very tribal. And they have no reason. And listen, let's not even get on the education level. They can't hold a candle when it comes to education. They're not educated enough of nothing. Let's
Well, I'm
just
not disagreeing with anything you're saying, brother, because you are correct.
even their most
And
educated cannot hold a candle to one of our just out of high school entrepreneur, college dropout, whatever they can't hold a candle to that hustle that we got with all their education, because they are always depending on someone to give them a job. They cannot stand on their own. They're depending on the YT man to give them a leg up.
That's it.
And I'm tired of them trying
I'm
to
not disagreeing with that. I told you from 1920s that's been happening. Immigrants have been receiving benefits since then,
I'm tired
legally
of
from the
them
government.
trying to project what they're going through and put it on us. You're the scammer. We're not the scammer. You're the scammer, so don't project your scamming on us. Laziness, let's not even go there. You can't even paint, some of them can't even paint a house. I was in one that they were trying to paint. You're talking about what?
Okay.
Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just be honest and truthful and let it all out. They're like
I'm good with that, brother. Listen, I have no problem. I got no problem acknowledging our issues within the community as a diaspora. Okay. My issue, and I guess I'll say it's not even really an issue. It's do not paint with such a broad brush that even those who are working in your benefit become so disillusioned with the dream. Because the dream and or quite honestly, the code is the leadership, not the individual.
𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie Who is that?
Say it again.
Who is 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie Who is that?
Never heard of him.
Oh no, he in the comments. That's what he's saying. He's in the comments.
Here's the comment.
What the hell are you talking about?
I think he's speaking of their
You're
education.
not one of us. You're right. You're right. This is what we're completely saying.
Come on up
But
here.
we are acknowledging that you are there.
Come on up here. Come on up here. Stop hiding in the comments. I don't know what.
Right. What did he say? What who was it? You are African. You accepted. Ghana got you. Ghana?
What are you talking about?
What?
That's right. I'm talking about you African. What's up, though?
Say again?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
What he?
I wasn't talking to the host, though.
Who are you talking to?
I was talking to Neff. I was talking to Neff. That was just on the I was just on the panel.
Who? You talking about cousin?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. What did I say that was out of pocket?
You kept calling yourself African. You kept
No,
saying that you
I acknowledge that I acknowledge that I am of African descent.
Your African ancestors and your African lineage.
Yes, because I do believe in the idea of Pangea. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, brother. Slow down. Please slow down.
That's all I'm saying, son.
Son?
Yo, check this out. You African.
Son? How old are you?
Scratch the
How
sun.
old are you?
Straight up and down African.
How old are you, my brother?
Back in Africa.
How old are you, my brother? Have I spoken disrespectfully to you?
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just
yes,
saying,
you did. You referred to me as son.
The obvious.
How do you not see you calling me as son disrespectful?
You can accept that, and you could be back in Africa.
I can accept the idea of the continents as Pangea splitting apart. And the landmass and the people. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, brother.
Brother, bottom line.
Brother, my
Nothing
brother.
To do with the Pangea.
You either go let me finish my point, or you're not.
Let me hear what you got.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick, cousin. What are you? I want to be clear on what you're saying. What are you saying? He's
The
done it for
idea
4
that
years
our
now.
African
Yo,
ancestry
listen.
started in
First of
Africa.
all, Africans are here to replace us. That's what we're coming to find
Oh,
out. If you don't know
Jesus
that by now,
Christ.
that's what you're going to find out. And then it's going to be the next step. They got to go.
Okay, I agree with you that they got to
I was
go.
about to say we can act. We can act stupid all we want, but the next step is going to be the next step.
Huh? What's the next step, bro?
They got to go.
Can I say
Once
something
you
else?
identify the obvious, they got to go.
This is what I heard when Cousin was speaking. I'm not giving them no excuses. I'm not giving them no.
Hold on, speak up to the
I'm
mic.
not. Oh, I was like, can I speak, guys? This is why I was here when I heard Cousin speak. I I don't agree with everything Cousin said myself. I'm not giving them no grace. I'm not giving them no understanding. I'm not giving them no excuses. I can care less at this point in 2024 going into 2025 if the African continent is failing. They are wishing for America to fail for its currency. They are talking down on Black Americans, on Americans and indigenous Black Americans. I do not care
Talking
what
greedy.
is happening to them. It's 33 undeveloped countries in Africa. There, they could have been as a whole 1.9 billion. They could have been rebuilding Africa. We have grown in the 59 years as a community. They could have grown because they could have sent their money home and build themselves. Over here, they come in and they thinking they're a part of the community. They can judge the community. I'm at this point, I can care less. I'm not paying. I'm never gonna be paying, and I don't care to be around paying.
That part.
She speaks for me, right? Matter of fact, I'm a drop. She's speaking for me. I agree with everything that woman said.
Well, let me say this to the panel and the family, because again, I need you all to understand. From my perspective, and purely my 0.00000 perspective, I've dropped out of this thing a long time ago. Okay, the idea of what's before us has escaped me. Okay, I realize what the United States government is doing, and yes, they gotta. I feel that they're working against us. They gotta go. Period. Case closed. I'm not gonna accept anybody that's not working against me. As I said, I'm on code. I'm B1, and I'm not gonna not be B1. I'm FBA all day.
Do you know that the
Okay.
oil companies Shell and Chevron, all on BP, is who Nigeria got to buy their oil from, right?
I know that all of these oil companies have been operating on
I
a
was trying to
global
look at
scale
them.
against foundational Black American empowerment from its inception. So
Okay,
the
so
idea that a particular ethnic group decides to participate in the financial benefit is a false equivalence. The idea that this global power has been working against us is the issue, not who has invested in it. I get it. It's an issue. We have the problem. It's there wholeheartedly.
I didn't
But
even.
they're just another branch in that thing that's saying, here, I want to take part of. That's part of the economic system that, again, this 500-year foundational economic system has been putting in place. This is why we haven't advanced further than we are.
Listen, can I finish making my
We're
point?
staying stuck in the same system that tells us we have to stay in fossil fuels. Are you kidding me? Our science has advanced further than that. And you're telling me we got to stay stuck there? That doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
That doesn't make fucking sense. And you're telling me this is where to put my money? Tell me that makes sense. We know we've come further than that. But you're telling me to put my money in something from 18th century technology.
I hear what you're saying, but let's not get off topic real quick.
Okay, there you go.
I hear you. I hear exactly what you're saying, man. I mean, obviously we know that they're stunning the technology growth and hiding all the best of the technology and locking that away and using it for themselves. And they're giving the mainstream public the trickle down effect, the drizzle. They have a faucet,
That was
and they're
not
just letting only a little bit come out. We understand that.
my thing. That was never my point. That was not even in the direction that I was headed to.
I
I was
apologize, sister.
I know, I understand, but you keep cutting me off. If I can't talk tonight, I might as well go to sleep, you know? But my point to say is they could have been rebuilt Nigeria. They didn't have so many business invest in it, their economy. It's because of greed they in the situation. A lot of their countries are in the situation that they're in. It's because of the greed. And the greed of it all is the same reason Netflix has left Nigeria. The people on top like to do the people at the bottom wrong. Now, the people at the bottom are the ones getting done wrong is immigrating to the USA and bringing that hatred of superior of the men that look like them. I was saying that BP has oil company has owns the oil in Africa. It's because of the contract that they signed in the 70s and 80s. It's because of who at the time who wanted to get rich was not thinking about their people in the long run and basically sold it but gave it away because someone told them to start marketing it or letting other people come into the market. It's nobody's fault. If they're the way they on this app is if
No, sister, there is fault there. I'm going to disagree with you there because the contracts that these countries have been imposed and been placed upon them have been 98% favorable for the dominant society, which in this particular case has always been the Western neo-colonial powers. They've always and put that as an
accountability.
injunction on
Accountability.
the
You gotta take
law.
accountability. They are grown people who
No,
gotta
I
read and
get
write
no,
and get
sister.
in
You
college.
misunderstand
And the
what. Please don't
majority of the
misunderstand what I'm
Nigerian
saying.
presidents
Let her
went to
finish
school
her
in
thought.
either the
Let her
UK
finish.
or went to school in the United States of America and went back and went back as presidents. So it's accountability here. Each it's different parts of the economy that people have tried to go over there and build in their economy, and it's because of the greed of the people who's ahead, who's messing up the bottom end. It's accountability. I don't care if that accountability is the same skin tone as us. That accountability is their governments. It's their people. That's who they need to point the fingers at. That's who they need to go after. Instead, they on this app all day talking about us, talking about our lower class, kind of comparing and trying to down us all day. It's a shame that we have to go after. I mean, we getting done by the Asians, by the Mexicans, by the white tea, by the indigenous, by the Pacific Island, and now we have to deal with the people from the Caribbean and the Africa that look like us. They got to go first
Yep.
because they in our environment looking like us, and we can't tell who the enemy. We don't even know who the descendants of the people who sold us over here, but we know that they over here.
Come
That's
on.
what I don't owe them no grace because the person you give grace is the ancestors. You know, when they live in these big houses, that's generational wealth. If your community is failing, how that one person get that generational wealth since slavery? It's because they was a part of the people who sold us. They don't talk about it. They
Come
don't
on.
bring it up, but they constantly call us slaves all day. I don't show
Yep.
them no grace or love.
Let me
Thank you,
tell you
Not
lady.
like
just
this.
Thank you.
me.
Let me tell you
Thank you.
like this.
Okay.
And
I
I
guess I can.
hold on real quick. But I appreciate everything Wolfie just said. I
Yep.
want y'all to really understand what she's saying. Their beef is not even with the UK. It's not even with America. And yes, the UK, yes, America, yes, India, yes, China, yes, what, all of them are over there. But their beef is with their own leadership because their leader, they are the ones allowing their own leaders to sell them out. And instead of doing something about it and standing on business, They just say it's the government. It's your government.
Well, yeah, they feelings hurt because we calling them out. They
It's
feelings
this.
hurt because we calling them out on exactly what's
But,
going on right now.
but
Yeah, for
listen,
absolutely
listen up,
sure.
cousin. Listen
And
up,
they're
cousin.
reacting in their feelings.
Right, but listen up, cousin. The issue is not with anybody but their own leadership. They know, though. They know it's a puppet leadership up there. They know it's a puppet.
Yes,
They
yes.
know. They know it's a puppet, and instead of doing something about it, they flee.
He's
Yep.
saying that someone in the comments said 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. He's saying that African countries are literally telling the United States to leave. That's a lie. You cannot tell someone to leave if you're accepting their money. Remember
No,
that.
they just got $1 billion to say, leader,
And let me tell you
you
what
better
Trump
do
just
your
said.
job and keep your people in line because you know Trump ain't gonna give you no money. So here's $1 billion before I get out the door.
20
That's right.
billion.
This
He
is why I
said
spoke on.
And hold on,
Okay.
and he said, and really that's Hushman. He
20,
said, keep
20
your mouth
billion.
shut. Keep your mouth shut, and don't tell Trump what we've been doing over there. You run business as usual until we get back in power. That's what that $1 billion is for. Hush up and keep doing what we tell you to do.
Trump is laughing about that BRIC. I've been telling y'all, this is America, that America is not going to lose the currency. I don't care what nobody say. We have the most reserve goals in the world. So you going to go ain't meaning nothing when we hold the most reserve. But we're not going to go because the United States is not going to allow that power to go.
Africa is not Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Those are countries in Africa. Until
Agreed.
we see y'all do something to help those brothers out, don't say nothing.
Yep.
It
Because they
takes
standing
five
on
of
business.
African countries to
They
even.
standing on business, and you trying to live off of what they're doing. They're fighting, and you're fleeing. That's the difference. They're
There
fighting,
you go.
and
There
you're
you
fleeing.
go. See, that's where I'm
So
at.
don't even try to take credit for what they're doing over there. Those are singular countries deciding to stand on business. So I don't want to hear no African talk about Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali. Go do it in your country.
If you're not part of the Sahel, shut the fuck up.
But that's the thing.
But no,
It
no,
takes
no, no, no.
five of their
Listen,
countries to.
Africa is a continent. Hold on, let me address this, brother. Africa is a continent. You are
Those four countries are
continental
part of the Sahel. That's what I'm
Africans.
getting at.
You are continental Africans, and y'all are all divided. So if we want to go country for country, United States versus this country, that we washing everybody. We washing
Oh,
the
we
whole
dusting
continent, to
y'all.
be honest. But if we want to compare apples to apples, that's what we're doing. We're not saying you are not Burkina Faso, you are not Nigeria, and you are not Mali. You don't deserve to be in the conversation.
Can I
Right
say this?
now, you're just fleeing. You're not doing anything in your homeland
Running.
to fix the problem. You're
You're
not doing
running.
anything to fix the problem. You're just over here yapping. You're over here yapping online, thinking you're tough,
100% agree.
and you're not.
Okay, it takes five of African countries to come close to IGDP, and they don't even come close. It takes five of African countries to get to 1.4 trillion, and none of them is in the sub-Sahara of Africa.
That Cave Bay,
What's
you
Sub-Sahara?
absolutely right. They are working with the YT. That's what they do when they get over here. They click up and get on code with YT supremacy when they get over here. Yes, they do.
Yep.
Can you give me an
Y'all,
example?
y'all are lapdogs for the YT supremacists, man.
Oh, you want me to give you an example? Okay, you can look at that young lady from Nigeria in the UK. She went over on a student visa, and then she stayed longer than a student visa. Now she's in a position of power. You know what she's trying to do? Because she's married to a white teen man. Now she's want to try to deport people who have the same story as them. That is a crap. That is your
Yeah,
people.
Nigeria. I'm not Nigerian, and
She's
I
an
don't. I
African
don't
from
f
the
with them
country.
either.
Okay, so
No, no,
where are you
no.
from, brother? Where are you
Then why
from,
you
brother?
ask for an example?
Where are you from,
I'm
brother?
from Djibouti.
Okay, so you're Somalian, pretty much. Somalian.
No, I'm Afar. There's two ethnic groups there.
So
Well,
you're not African?
you're pretty close.
You're
No,
pretty close,
You're
brother.
we're
pretty close to
genetically
Somalian.
genetically I'm not really African either.
Oh Lord. Okay. So you're Arab, right?
No,
Genetically.
no, not Arab, not Arab.
So what are you then? If you're not Arab, you're not African. What are you? What are you genetically?
Ancient Neolithic Levantine.
What?
It's a DNA that predates Arabs by 10,000 years.
I was going to say it sounds very irrelevant in the 2020-24.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't. So I don't know what I would be described as in the modern era.
So again,
Was your parents
what
born on the
what is
continent of
your
Africa?
issue? What is your issue with foundational Black Americans, Djibouti? Go ahead.
What I don't have an issue. I just want to be left alone, mind my business.
Nobody's talking about Djibouti.
No,
And
no,
no,
no. If you
wait a
Nobody's
minute,
guys,
bothering Djibouti.
we never invited you.
no, that's why I don't help.
You centered
Uh,
yourself. Is that your African blood?
I have a slim nose and 3A hair.
It's
Okay.
so. Who cares about your hair? Who cares about your nose?
So you can
Okay.
never
So
mistake me for a black.
Why
so
are
why
you
are you in
here?
Africa then? Where
If
does your
you or your
hold on.
lineage have resided on the African
Let me talk
continent,
to this brother. Let me talk to this brother.
You sound
Let me
insecure.
Yeah,
talk to this brother.
they've been on the continent for
then
12,000
shut the
years.
farkanarko. Oh my God, you you
Hold on.
infantile.
Slow
Okay,
cook,
okay,
slow
okay.
cook, slow
There's
cook. Hold
many
on.
races in Africa, bro. You
So
need to educate yourself.
So where do your people come from? Because you didn't originate in Djibouti.
No
Where do
one's
your
asked
people come
about your
from?
race, silly.
They
You silly.
originated in near the Levant, what is now modern
Lebanon.
times. Yeah, the Levant, what is now called the Levant.
What is now? What is the Laban? Where is the Laban located at? Where is that originated
You
from?
said
It's
modern
Middle
times, so give
East.
us modern times.
Levant is in the Middle East.
Is in the what?
You don't know where the Levant is?
So you a
No.
I don't
Zionist?
care. If you're not going to tell
Are
us,
you
don't
saying?
question us.
Hold
Give
on,
us
hold
the
on, cousin.
information or be
Hold on,
quiet.
cousin. Hold on, cousin. Where are you saying Lebanon?
No, Levant.
Where
What
is
is
the
that?
Levant as it relates to the African continent, brother?
It's Iraq, Syria.
Iraq, Syria.
There we go.
So
So he's a
Damascus.
Zionist.
Okay,
What?
so your people originated from Iraq, Syria, which is what, like olden time, what, Mesopotamia? What
Y-
is that?
Before Mesopotamia, and they were darker skinned. I'm not talking about the Arabs that live there today.
So you were dark skinned, but you're not dark skinned anymore. You're like you're
No,
Djiboutian,
no,
right?
no. Dark skin as in brown skin. It doesn't matter.
You're a
Okay.
Moor.
So then let me
I'll
put
accept
it
that
this
goat.
way. Do you understand that in America there were dark skinned people before Africans? Do you understand that? That was already in America? Since you're
Yeah,
saying what you're
yeah,
saying, do you understand that?
yeah. I believe all Africans are indigenous.
I can't hear you, brother. You gotta talk to your mic.
Speak up, brother. Please speak up. Don't get deaf now. Don't use your mic now.
Yeah, you guys are indigenous.
Okay.
So you understand that there were already black skinned or dark skinned people in the Americas that even
Yes,
predates
and
the
that's
red
you
native.
guys. Yes, that's you guys.
You understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
Now we can go through
Mm-hmm.
because what you're telling us is you're not continental African, right?
No, I'm continental African, but
You're
I'm not
what?
genetically.
You're not genetically,
No,
but you're
you're
in
saying
Africa.
genetically. See, that means that you migrated to the continent.
Yes, 10,000 years ago,
Okay,
and we settled
10,000
there.
years.
So my
So
thing is
there
this.
obviously were people on the continent before your people arrived.
So my thing is this. So my thing is this right now. Okay, since they migrated there, right, from 10,000 years ago, do you have any documentation to prove that?
No, this is just DNA and just a lot of everything adds up. It's not. There's no
Okay,
need for
brother, let me ask you a
documentation.
question. Have you ever heard of the Forbidden Island?
No.
Okay, the Forbidden Island is off the coast of Senegal. They've been
Okay.
in existence for 60,000 years. Okay?
So my thing is, yeah.
That is an African culture
But
that
I
has
want
been
to
on
stand
this
on.
planet
Why are you guys
for
talking about African?
60,000 years.
Hold
I
on. I want
only
to.
say
Okay, you're
this to say,
indigenous.
brother, I only say this to say that obviously melanated people have been on this planet for at least 60,000 years. You are speaking of a timeline that
So
goes back 10,000
yeah. So my thing
years.
is, how do
Correct?
you connect? So he's going off
Who
of DNA
cares?
haplogroups, right?
Oh,
You're
now
going
it's
off
who
of.
cares because you just made it an issue.
Hold
All
on,
right,
cousin.
man. You guys are veering
Hold on,
off
cousin.
somewhere.
You're going off
Let's stick
DNA
to the topic.
haplogroups. But I'm saying, do you have any documentation, something beside other than word of mouth? I'm,
What
I,
documentation?
and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with word of mouth because we have it here in our culture as well too. Our grandmothers and our uncles said this is
Bro,
who we are.
my
So I'm
people
asking
traded.
you
The ancient Egyptians called my land the land of Punt, which means the land of gods. We traded with them. Queen Hatshepsut. She came down the Red Sea, down to Djibouti, and yeah,
where can we find this history at?
just
I
Google
can
it.
accept that history, brother. I actually will accept that history with
I'm not saying I
100%
won't
accuracy.
accept it, but what I want to make sure is he going off of hearsay of what somebody in your family told you, or
No,
do you
no,
actually have something
no. Queen
that's
Hatshepsut was a real
I know who she
person.
is. I know who she
How
is
do you know who she is?
Because we can read a book.
because I can
Why are
read,
you
brother.
reading a book that's not related to you?
How else do you expect to
Doesn't
get
matter.
history learned, my brother?
Brother, I've been to 12 countries in 5 years, brother. I read and I study and I want
Do
to
you
I
actually
want to
think I
know
actually
more.
have to travel someplace to get
I've
the
been
history
to
of the knowledge
I've been to
the knowledge of
Egypt.
the place? Is
I've been to
that your
Egypt. I've
particular
been to
perspective?
Morocco. I've been to Turkey. Okay,
Yeah, Morocco's pretty cool. Yeah.
I've been these places. I want to go to Tunisia. I've been these places, brother. So when I go to these
My
places,
God, I told you that this
go.
micro vision, man.
I just don't go and not look up and know about the culture that I'm experiencing. I want to know about it.
Well, the guy
So
in the
that's why.
comments said you guys are West Central Africans. Is that true?
Who said who?
Was what?
Some guy in the comments, he said you guys are West Central Africans. Is that true?
African Americans are West Central African descendants. Fact. No damn indigenous fact. Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Because a lot of people don't understand what makes up a Black American, a foundational Black American. We have African ancestry, we have indigenous ancestry, and we have European ancestry. That's what makes us foundational Black Americans. Now, 400 years ago, you can say we had some African ancestry in us that probably came from that region. But we also know that we mixed in with the darker skinned indigenous people on this land because they were also enslaved. You cannot get 43 million from 300,000 slaves. It just can't happen. Most of the Western African slaves went to the Bahamas, South America.
Yeah, I agree. You guys are
Only
indigenous
a
for the
small
most
amount. And
part.
listen, and this is how smooth America was. They said if you had a tattoo or markings on your body, they don't want you in America. So the ones with the tattoos and the markings on their body, they
Wait,
sent to the
wait,
Bahamas and to
why did
South America.
this guy said, why didn't you go to West African countries, Tunisia,
Why
Morocco,
didn't
Algeria,
you?
North Africa?
Why
Listen,
didn't you? When was this
because I
supposed?
can
When
go
was
because
this
I'm an
option available, numbnuts?
hold on because I'm an American. Because I'm an American and my passport says I can travel to anywhere I want to go to. That's why. Because I can go to Europe. Because I can go to China. I can go to Africa. I can go wherever. My passport says I can go in. My passport is not restricted. I can go anywhere in the damn world I want to go to. Anywhere. And when I choose to go to West Africa, I'll go there. But I'm not real, I'm just not real interested in West Africa right at this moment right now. I'm just not real interested. If there's something interesting that's going to catch my attention, then I'll go there and check it out. But right
And,
now I'm not
yeah,
interested.
the Nigerians, they cosplay Black Americans a lot. It must be annoying for you, right?
Very,
Say that again.
very annoying. But you know what?
Nigerians,
You know
they're
what's even
cosplaying
annoying?
Black Americans a lot.
You know what? You know what's even more annoying when we got people with big foreheads, right? Trying to wag their finger at us and talk down on us.
I don't have a big forehead, bro.
That's even more. I'm just
Well,
saying.
what I would think would be more annoying was that a
Wait, are you
Nigerian
trying
would
to? Are
think
you
that
trying
they
to?
matter to foundational Black Americans.
People with big
Stereotyping
foreheads
me?
and funny hairlines.
Are you stereotyping me?
That, they're just as bad. They're just as bad. They're just as bad. And they
Are
all
you
seem to
stereotyping
just
me?
huddle up in a place called Minnesota when they come over here. They all seem to huddle up in Minnesota when they come over here.
You mean the
And they
Somalis?
think because they have thinner hair or whatever that they're better, that they seem to be better. Thinner hair and big forehead that they're just so smart. That's just as bad too, brother. That's just as bad too.
I'm not
It's not
Somali,
just the
bro.
West Africans.
We're
It's
two different ethnic
who's
groups.
cosplaying. It's just as bad to see Somalian gangsters in Minnesota. It's just as bad.
No,
Really, it is.
no, I'm not Somali. I can't speak
I
for
know
them.
you're not. You're Djibouti. That's why I'm not. You see how they go. I know you're Djibouti.
So
Yeah, but
what
you're
you've
trying to
done
find an
is
adjacent.
marginalize
This is the
yourself
thing.
even more.
You're trying to find
This
an
is what you've
adjacent,
done.
but
You
you can't.
understand that, right? You've marginalized yourself even more in America.
You're trying to find an
No,
adjacent, but you
you've
can't.
done that. Don't say I. You've done that.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say about Jabrutans.
Which would make you a marginalized group in America.
Well,
Bro,
Correct?
there's like a few
here's what I
hundred of us
can
in
say.
America. Don't worry about us.
Here's what I can say. You have
And
a
we aren't.
hold
There's
on.
only a few hundred of us in America, bro. There's
Here's
nothing to worry about.
Exactly. And we're not worried about you. If you're not speaking ill against the Black community, we're not saying nothing against you.
hold on.
What
Because here's
if
what I
I'm
can say.
defending myself?
To
What
who?
if
Here's what I
I'm
can say
defending
about.
myself?
Here's what I can say about who are here in America. Okay. This is what we know. I don't know if your parents brought you over here or you came over here by yourself. I don't know. I don't know what brought you to America. But I know that the parents that came over here, they had to sell somebody out to get over here. That's what I do know. And that's a fact, brother. They had to sell somebody out so they can get out of the country that they're in and get over here because there was some WAR that was going on over there. And they had to get away.
Most of us mark white on the census because we're genetically closer to white people than
No,
black.
tell us something we don't know.
Yeah, but we know that. But see, you mark. No, here's the reason why you mark white. It's not because you're genetically close, because you want to get the benefits of
Yeah,
being
it's
white,
true.
and you don't want to
True.
get treated like a black person, right
But
or
at
But
wrong.
the
we're
end of
also
the day, they know
genetically
you're not
closer.
Caucasian.
We're
They know
genetically.
you're not white.
Listen, let me tell you.
Explain to me
I
how
literally
you
have
come
a
from the
Caucasian skull.
African continent, but somehow you're genetically
Hold
closer.
on. Listen.
I have a Caucasian skull.
Listen. No matter
School
how. Listen.
Skull.
or skull?
Hold on, cousin. No matter how bad you want to be YT, you're still a fan, you know what, to them. And they're only going to use
Bro,
you
why are you
as a
misprofiling me?
buffer.
I'm not Arab or
You're only,
Somali.
but that's
I
what
don't
they
think
call
much
you.
of the YT
That's
race.
what
So
they
if you
call
want to be
you.
YT, you can be YT. That
Listen,
means you're not much to me. You're very relevant and insecure with a little pin.
Bro, I'll never get.
That's what they
Listen.
call you, brother. I'm just saying you can say whatever you want to say, but in the end, they're always going to let you know where you stand with them.
Listen, I'll never get
As long as
mistaken.
you are stomping the yard, right? As long as you're stomping the yard and putting down Black Americans and separating yourself from Africans, they're going to be cool with you.
Listen,
But
I'll never get.
the moment you start thinking you're YT like them, they're gonna put you back in your place real
Listen,
quick.
I'll never get mistaken for an Arab because I look nothing like them. They got big hook noses, hairy, they're hairy as
What's your
hell.
point?
Cam
And
up,
I'm
brother,
not
so we
Somali
can
either.
actually see what you look
What's
like.
your point?
Cam up, brother. Just cam up.
All right.
All you gotta do is cam up, brother, so we can see what you look like, and then we'll know. That's how we saw.
What's your point, brother?
You
that
keep saying
that
I'm
you
I'm
saying
say
not.
I need.
you might
I'm
not be
Nobody
saying I
said
need.
mistaken.
you
What
wrong.
is your point? Because I'm going to say this one more time.
But I'm gonna tell
You're
you,
claiming to be from the continent of
if
Africa.
you're
Whether
Djibouti,
or not you have an
Bro,
Arabic and or an
we
African
all African,
aspect
brother.
or culture or
I
We
have
ethnic
are
no
we
descent
Arab
are a
is
culture, bro.
continent of
irrelevant
I
Africans.
speak.
Whatever
when
you
it comes
were,
to you landing in America.
hold on.
I
Whatever
speak a
whatever
Mashetic
you were,
language.
hold
I'm
on,
not
brother.
Arabic at all. I'm not
Hold on,
Arab or
brother.
black.
I don't
Hold on,
care.
hold on, Ratbeard. Whatever you were 10,000 years ago, you are no longer that today, brother.
Bro, what are
That's
you
what you got
talking
to come to
about?
terms with. You
You
whatever
just
you
said
were
it, dude.
10,000 years ago doesn't make you that today. Just like whatever we were 400 years ago doesn't make us that today, brother.
It's in my genetic profile, bro. What are you talking about?
What
It
the? I
doesn't
don't care
matter.
about your genetic profile. Who are the
Listen,
man you are
you
today?
had an ethnogenesis just like most people here, brother. When? How long has Djibouti been around? That's a new country.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I have an ethnic group.
Oh, of
It's just
course
a
you don't.
country.
See, I
Your
love how
ethnic
the
group
I
is
don't
not one.
care is your base response.
Well, if I
I
tell you
don't
my
care.
tribe,
Your
if
I
I tell
don't
you
ethnic
my
group
care. I don't
now.
care.
Hold
If
on.
it's
tribe, you
irrelevant,
won't
why
know
are
it.
you here?
Hold on, cousin. Your ethnic group now is African.
If I tell you my
Whether
tribe, you're not gonna
you
know it. So I have to
like
say
I
it
don't
Djibouti.
care.
or
So
not,
stop
brother.
mentioning random shit.
Listen, you're in Africa.
Why are you here,
How
brother?
long have your people been in Africa, brother? How
I'm
long
here
have
to
your
take
people?
advantage of America.
You're here to take
Thank you.
advantage of
That is
America.
our
That's
point.
what we wanted to
You
hear.
are here to
Thank
take
you.
And what are you
advantage.
gonna
Just
do
like the
about it?
others.
Well, guess what, brother?
What?
We've
Well,
already done a lot. We've already done enough to get you here. So guess what? We stomped the yard to get you here because you couldn't come here
Now you're
without
gonna get me out.
foundational.
yep.
It's not
Why
hard.
not?
It's not difficult. It's not hard because you know what? The white key person that you think you're close to, he
That's
wants
who
you
gonna
out
get you out.
too.
That's
That's
good.
right.
I already got what I needed.
Then go.
Yeah,
See ya.
Then go.
Deuces.
Go build your motel, right?
Deuces, brother. Enjoy your
Go buy you
journey.
100 cows
and
and go
also,
be happy. But
and
guess what?
also,
But me and you both know you're never leaving. You're never gonna leave. You're
Now,
never
did
gonna
you
leave
hear us say a negative
until
word against you
you're never
in
gonna
this
leave
in this quick fire
until
diatribe? Did you hear a negative word
never
against
gonna
you?
leave until we put you out. Let's keep it a buck. You have
and
no
also,
plan on going back to Djibouti and doing anything marvelous over there.
and also, just because Africa is a continent doesn't mean everybody there looks the same. Like ancient Egyptians, they were clearly brown skinned.
We don't
Middle
get
Because at
Easterners, they
some
were
point
not
in
black.
time, you think that
understand.
Americans' educational
We
system
You know,
hasn't shown them that aspect of Africa
don't
the
already.
same way, the same way that ancient Egyptians weren't black is the same
we
way I'm not. We're
don't
like
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Asiatic.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Ancient
whoa, whoa.
Egyptians weren't black?
Hmm.
Yes, just like I'm not.
we
Explain to me who was there then. I just told you that
Brown skinned people.
there's a tribe off Senegal that was 60,000 years
I don't
old.
care about Senegal, bro. That's
Of
the other
course you
side.
don't. The point is that there were Africans or melanated people on the planet 60,000 years ago, even in this isolated area.
Look at
You
this
think that
guy.
there weren't
See,
melanated people in a
the guy.
centralized African continent?
Yeah,
That is your position?
Okara Monero got it right. They were
What?
mixed. They were not black.
well,
No, you're just
Bro, their
fucking
eyes.
dumb.
No, bro.
Okay?
listen. Let's not talk about what you
Look like
think.
you.
Let's not talk about what you think. Let's talk about what you can prove.
So
And,
you, so you're saying they look like
Okay.
you?
listen, we don't care about Egypt like that. To be honest with you,
Bro, they look
what
nothing
can you
like you, bro. Their features were
Listen,
different. They
brother,
spoke a
did I
different
not say
language.
melanated? I did not speak to a particular ethnicity other than
Who
being
cares?
melanated.
There's melanated people in
Obviously,
India.
you do. Obviously, you do.
So is a dark-skinned Indian the same race as you?
I would say that our melanin makes us dominant on the planet. I would say
But you know they're racist.
our particular regional differences represent the differences in how we as a historical society have transmuted through time. Can
Bro, this
you
guy,
say anything to dissuade or discount that particular account of history, sir? You need to go take a motherfucking history class.
my history class is the land. I'm from
I
the
mean
Nile,
a
bro.
real history class. How about this? Why
That,
don't you
that's
go check out Dr. Joseph
that's your
Ben?
YT
If you'd
man.
like the history lesson, I will give it to you, sir.
The YT man. I have real
I'm
source
not
from the
speaking
ground.
to a YT man, sir.
I
I'm
have the
going to
real
give you a
source.
real historical teacher on foundational
Wait, let me ask you
history
this.
of the human race.
Okay, let's talk about it. The Djibouti, the ethnic composition of Djibouti, which you're trying to say you're not Somalian. 56.2 Somalian, 24.2% Afar,
Yeah, I'm a far
15.6%
subgroup.
Arabs,
Hey
and
guys, why are y'all still
6.765
talking to Buddy over here? He's
Wait,
just
is
a
Egypt
troll.
in America?
Djibouti are Arabs,
Tamaritans? Are you guys
We like
Tamaritans?
clay pigeons, bruh.
and Yemens and Omanins. That's it. That's what makes up Djibouti.
Guys,
And
Buddy's a
you are
troll,
Africa.
man. Y'all just wasting your time talking to dude. He's a troll.
I believe it.
Well, that we can
And
understand, but ain't
Where's
nothing
he
like
from?
shooting.
How do you know
You
him?
ever
Hold on,
shoot
cousin. Hold
skeet
on, cousin. Hold
as
on,
a
cousin.
game?
How do you know him, Jackson? How do you know him?
No, but I could just tell by his response that he a troll. Dude a troll.
No, it's just that I don't I'm not like the other guys you speak to.
You're not
I
like
don't bend to
intelligent.
you
Yeah, we
guys.
got that.
I don't bend to you guys. You see, you're used to Africans coming in and begging you to be African and all this other
Who the
shit.
hell have you heard us say a denigrating word against an African?
Yeah, why do you guys claim Egypt but say you're not African, even though you're not Egypt,
Who
ancient
Brother,
claimed
I'm gonna
Egyptian?
who
say
Egypt?
this
claimed
one more
Egypt?
time in simple. If you can't
Hold on,
understand
brother.
English, why are
Hold
you
on,
here?
cousin. Hold on, cousin. Let me talk to him real quick. Hold on, cousin. Who's claiming Egypt?
Bro, there's many of you guys on this app and other apps with I don't know, ancient Egyptian artwork, like names,
No.
ancient Egyptian names and all this other stuff.
Okay, brother. Are you in America or are you in Canada? Where are you at?
Hello?
I'm in America.
You're in America. Are you in Minnesota? With your
Yeah, look
Djibouti?
at this guy. He's a perfect example down there. Tamari created Egypt. So you guys believe you're Egyptians or Kemet, whatever the hell you call it.
No, no,
So
no.
what's wrong with him?
Have you
You
ever
ask
heard?
him directly. Are you scared of him? Ask him. We can bring him up. Do you
Yeah,
want to ask him?
Yeah, he
yeah.
can come up.
Have you ever heard of the Emerald Tablet before? Have you ever heard of
No,
the ancient Sumerians before?
Have
That
you ever heard
Tamari
of
is
Dr.
not you
Joseph
guys.
Ben Yakinen
I
before?
mean, I mean, I mean,
Have
I
you
mean,
ever heard of
I
Dr.
mean, have you done your
John Henry
research, brother?
Clark?
Have you done any research?
So are you guys Tamarians?
I'm not Tamarian. No, I'm
What is
American.
What
Tamari,
the?
bro? It's so random.
Forgive me for my crassness in this. But what the hell is a Tamarian?
Do you know the many names of Africa before it was called Africa?
Who
Do you
cares?
know
It's a
who named
continent.
do you know
See,
yeah,
here we go
it's a
with another
continent,
who cares
exactly.
response.
Do you know who
Because
named
it's irrelevant.
do you know where the
It's a
name
No,
name
Djibouti
you're
of
comes
a
just
from?
ignorant.
landmass.
It's
It's a
a
name
No,
of a
continent.
you're
Africa
just
landmass.
ain't even no
ignorant,
continent.
sir.
Hold on, we can't all talk over each other, man. We can't all talk over each other. Do you know who named Djibouti?
It doesn't matter. I have a tribe, bro. It's just
Oh,
a
now it
landmass. Who
doesn't
cares who
matter.
named
Your
stuff?
tribe. What
We live in
okay, so you know
2024.
your tribe. You know your tribe.
How old are you?
But guess what? Your tribe is not the same tribe from 10,000 years ago, brother. You know
Like
that, right?
America's named after an Italian
Hey,
guy.
ain't
Nobody cares.
nobody in
It's
no
not.
tribe right now, I guarantee you, unless you're Native American Indian
No, I'm
Listen,
not. I'm not
or say
American
you
at
from the
all.
African continent. Hey, and you
hold on, President. Hold on, brother. You got that strong Southern
Yeah, I
accent.
want to hear some of him.
But we gonna let you speak. But hold on, hold on. So, Rat Beard. You know, your tribe from 10,000 years ago doesn't exist.
No. My tribe now. I'm not talking. I was just talking
Right.
about my
We
DNA.
don't care about
How
how
long
old
has
is your
your
tribe
tribe
now?
been in
It's
existence?
2,000 years old.
Is it really 2,000 years old?
Yes.
It can't be if you're in Djibouti.
What are you talking about? No, that's just the
When did
Do
the
you not
name
landmass.
know
Djibouti
that
come
they
from?
carved up the
We're spread
whole
out,
Africa
bro. We're
and
spread
mixed in
out.
a whole bunch of
We're not
tribes?
just in Djibouti. We're
Do you
spread
not
out
know?
in Eritrea.
Yes, you're
We're in
spread out.
Ethiopia.
So,
Yeah.
so what are they mixed with? Because they're not all mixed with Somalian then too, right? Because
I
we
don't
know
have
what
any
Djibouti is
Somalian,
mixed
bro.
with. We know what
How can you
Djibouti is mixed with.
possibly say that as a
You are
certainty, sir?
So you're
Somalian.
saying I'm an Arab?
You are Arab.
No,
You are
what I'm
mixed with some
saying is
people.
that your male mated with a
I'm an
female
Arab.
Hold
somewhere
on.
else.
Hold on, cause you are Arab, brother. We just read what you're mixed with. You're mixed with
Bro, you're
Somalian. You're mixed with Arab. You're mixed with
bro,
Afar.
you're low. Bro, you have no clue. That's just the composition of the ethnicities. That's not Somali
But
That's
and
what
isn't
makes
Afar
that
up
are
what you
their own
you.
spoke to
ethnic
from the
groups.
beginning was
That's what makes
genetics?
up you, brother. That's what makes up you.
Yo, I'm done with this. I just told
Yeah,
you
we
that
thought you would be because
Yeah.
again, you're
the same
ignorant of the
people.
facts. Enjoy
The
your day and go read a book.
That's what we know what
I
you're
can't do
made
this anymore.
of. Okay,
I
have a
wouldn't
good
if
day,
I were
sir.
You
you.
read the ethnicities of Djibouti. That was not the composition of what makes me. What are you talking about?
Brother, are you not Djiboutian? Is that not who you are?
Is
My
that not what
tribe
you
is all
said you
over the
were?
Nile, bro. My tribe is all over
Your
the
If
Nile.
you
tribe is
spread
all
out,
over
if
the
you
Nile.
as a people
So
spread
what?
out
So
over
What are
time,
they
if I'm in
mixed with?
Eritrea or Ethiopia, how am I mixed with
if
Somali?
you
So
as
where
a
are they
people
mixed with?
spread out over time, where in history are you a dominant force?
We don't need to be, bro. We have cows.
Obviously
We're
you do if you plan to
pastoralists, agriculture.
move
That's
a
all we do,
culture
bro.
forward.
Bro, my
See,
people were
here's the
trade.
thing.
My
There's a
What
people
I'm
were
going to
troll.
trading
look
with
at and say
ancient Egypt,
this,
bro.
the Moors as a
We were not
society
primitive.
and as a structural governmental
I'm not a
body,
Moor,
I did not speak to you. I'm
and
just
I don't
using
want
this
to
as
be
an
a Moor.
example,
Those are
sir.
Muslims,
I'm
bro.
just using this as an example, sir. Might I use this as an example? The Moors, as a structural and governmental society, made sure that everyone in their culture had access to books.
I'm gonna leave it
They
off with
could
this.
read. Everyone in their Moorish society could read. Everyone. When our European brothers and sisters were thrust into this aspect of growth, is what you all refer to as our enlightenment period.
This brother keeps
Bro,
mentioning his
you made
tribe.
fun of me earlier. Said I had a big forehead. What if I make fun of you?
Brother, why don't you get on camera so we can see then? How about that? You can see
I
me.
could give two frigadoons about your particular
Why don't you?
personal historical
Why do you have a
characteristic
complex
looks.
about your own forehead, brother?
No,
Just get
no,
on
no.
camera so
I'm
we can see.
secure in my forehead. It's a
Then
normal
why would you
forehead.
bring up looks again?
Because
I
If
don't
you're
know,
secure, why
cause you
would you bring up
stereotype me.
looks again? See, this
Just cause I'm
shows
East.
to your
Wait,
immaturity,
do you
sir.
think all East Africans have big foreheads?
I think this shows to your immaturity in your
If
micro
I
I
vision
think
if
of
I talk
life.
Somalians
about
do.
your nose and hair, it's a problem.
I think Somalians do. That's kind of like what their that's kind of like their
I
ethnic
mean,
thing.
yeah,
The
like
bigger the
It's a
forehead, the
mountain.
generally,
stronger they
yeah,
are.
maybe like
I'm
50% of
gonna
them.
holler at y'all later.
I think it's
Good
past your
night.
bedtime, dude. I think it's past your bedtime.
Yeah, I'm
Tell him
about to
again,
let you
because
guys
I was
go.
giving man,
I'm
I
about
got
to let you
he's
guys
he's
go.
completely outmatched and outwitted, and
Yep.
he
Good night.
obviously in his mid-20s and think he's got something
If
to
that.
stand on. Right.
If that.
If that. It's
Good night.
no vision, no historical
Yeah, there's a
perspective,
lot of ignorant
none,
people in the
zero.
comments
Everything
calling
is
me
all about,
Arab.
but what I'm saying today is my feelings. Fuck out of here.
Somebody said he's 16 at most.
Yes. Go drink you some milk,
No,
Redbeard.
no,
Go to
no.
sleep.
I'm
Warm milk.
20. I'm 20.
Warm milk and go to sleep.
Brother,
And again, this is
I'm
why we
20.
guesstimated and we were very close to your
that's why
actual
you don't
age.
know. That's why you don't
You
know as much
don't
as
know
you know.
shit.
Yep.
Bro, I have a college degree.
I,
College,
and
an
you still don't know
indoctrination,
shit.
an indoctrination
I
degree.
have
Okay,
a
what's your degree in, brother? What's your degree in, brother?
architecture.
Okay, now what I need you to do right now is go perform heart
You're a
surgery.
20-year-old. You're 20 years
No,
old. When did you go? When did you go to college? At 18?
yeah,
And you got what? An associate's degree?
I got a certificate.
A certificate.
So
So you
you
don't got a
purchased
degree
it.
yet. You don't
No,
got a
no,
degree yet. You got a certificate.
no, no. I'm a specialist. I have a specialty.
I'm
I
gonna say
You
it
want to.
have
as
a
a
trade.
I'm gonna accept everything you're saying. As a specialist in architecture, I want you to go and
You know how
perform
long it
heart
takes to get
surgery.
architecture, brother? It does. You don't
I
just
want
go
you
to
to take that
architecture
degree or that
in 2 years.
certificate that you have at its highest achievement and go take that bitch into surgery today and tell me how
Yeah.
useful it
And then you
is.
have to go through an apprentice. Listen, I know architecture, brother. You have to go through an apprenticeship.
Fuckers with
All
degrees think
you
they the
2 years
goddamn
doesn't
best.
do nothing for
Motherfucker, you
you.
got a degree in a particular fucking subject.
And hold on, 2 years in architecture does not make you know anything about history. Doesn't make you know anything about history, and you still don't know jack about your own history, and you're Djiboutian.
Don't worry about it.
You're calling yourself a white.
Yeah, I told you was outmatched,
My tribe is
numbnuts.
all
Calling
over the
yourself
Nile,
a
bro.
white.
My tribe
You
is all
said
over
you
the
are
Nile.
similar to a whitey man. No, your tribe is all over because it's not your tribe anymore. They're called something else. Dummy.
What are you talking about?
They're
They're
all over.
2,000 years
Listen,
old.
I'm going to accept that
You
they're
can't
calling
prove it.
themselves
Listen,
Djibouti, but I'm going to go back to
you
the fact
No, no,
cannot
that they
no.
are
prove.
a
Hold on,
small
We're spread out in
minority
multiple
of a
countries across
group,
the
and
Nile,
they
Hold
bro.
have
on,
zero influence in anything that is going on,
we can't all talk at the same
We
time.
are in multiple countries, bro.
You're
and
right.
have zero influence.
And what are you a mixture of?
Because we
What are
move
they mixed
around.
with?
We don't need to
And
stay
again,
here.
you have
I agree with
zero
you, KB.
influence because you are a
Each to your whole
culture
tribe.
of fleeing. And I don't say this lightly, sir. I try not to use that term personally. While some of my other brothers and sisters on the panel might, I generally try not to use that. But you yourself just said you run around and you go from place to place. Does that not sound like fleeing to you?
The brother's not in his homeland. He says he's in America. I think he's in Canada, really. I think he's just lying. I don't even think he's in America. He thinks he's more close to YT people when the YT people won't even accept him. I mean,
No,
how
no,
can
no,
you
no.
do that?
That's just for, I use everybody. Don't worry about it.
Who cares?
What do you mean you use everybody? What does that mean?
Like, it doesn't matter what they think. I look at you guys as all the same. You're not from my tribe. Whether
Oh,
you're
and so
black,
we
white.
should look at you as all the same then, right?
Yeah, well, the same as in, oh, you're not
The
part of
same as
us.
in. No, 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 no. We should look at you as the same then, right?
Yes, the same. You're
So
anybody
just the
that's
way
not
that
black.
you paint this extremely broad brush with us, you are completely accepting of us painting this extremely broad brush of you.
So here's the only sound advice I can give this man as a 20-year-old.
Dumbass.
Hold on, cousin. This is the only sound advice I can give this man as a 20-year-old. You're not white.
I know I'm not.
You're not white.
I'm older than them.
And no, brother. You're not white. You're not
They got
You
all the
20 years
knowledge.
old and you
Hablo
don't know
group, your
shit.
Hablo group doesn't tell you anything. You're a 20-year-old trying to become an architect. Go further. Keep going until you gotta do 4 years, do your apprenticeship, and become the best. And then take your architecture skills and go back and build Djibouti. Get the hell out of
That's
America
the plan, bro. That's the plan.
and go back and build up Djibouti, brother. That's all
And
you
Bro,
need.
please
The
read
what
a
100.
about
book
The
on the
100.
historical history of
Cousin.
humankind.
Hold on, cousin. The 100 of you Djiboutians that you say is out here, get your butt back to your homeland and
what
stand
are you
on
gonna
it.
do about the Latinos and Caribbeans? They run
What do you
amok, bro.
care? What do you
What
care?
does it matter?
It's none of your business. Next.
What does it matter? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go buy some
Bro,
tacos.
they
I'm gonna go
rule
buy some
these streets,
tacos
bro.
and then get me some oxtails tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go buy me some tacos and then I'm gonna get me some oxtails to go with them tacos. That's what I'm gonna do.
Your women are jealous of our
what
women,
you're
bro.
gonna do?
They're wearing
No,
Sure thing.
they wear wigs to
brother,
look like our women.
brother, you got bigger problems than what you're trying to point at. You got some things going on, and you got some WARs going on right next door to you in your homeland.
You
That you
know
got
what I hear a whole lot of is small penis
and
envy.
you have
That's what I hear.
you have an identity problem because
That's
brother,
what I hear.
no matter what you do, you come from a failed homeland, and that's why nobody's really listening to you. Because you can point out whatever you want to point at, but at the end of the day, man, we're eating steak and lobster over here, and you're over here with us trying to get the game so you can maybe go back. Well, but we know you're never gonna go back until we put you out. Well, you know that.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, I had to
Listen.
come on here. I don't mean to cut you off, but I had to come on here and say something to him about these wigs and how we want to look like they're women. Well, let
Go
me
ahead,
say
sister.
something to you. I am retired from doing hair, and I sold in more white women weave than anybody on this planet. Do you understand that? They wear more hair weave than black women or indigenous women, and I'm an indigenous woman. Let me tell you something, little boy. Go somewhere, sit down, and go to sleep. What you're doing is trying to get you a few little points and a few little gifts on this live. So you sitting up on here saying silly stuff that you don't even have a clue about what you're talking about. You don't even have a clue. Boy, go lay down, go play a video game or something. You on here with some grown men talking ridiculous.
Hold on, Shalana. Majestic, you need to come on up here and say it with your chest. Don't say it in the comments like a coward. Come up here and say
Oh,
it.
please come and say anything you want to say to me.
Now
You
look, why do
Come
you guys wear Fulani braids? You're not part of the Fulani tribe. You're literally appropriating that hairstyle.
How large is the Fulani tribe in the American diaspora and culture?
What are you talking about? They're in Africa. They got
You
nothing to
brought
do
it
with
up.
you.
No,
I'm
they're
asking.
not, baby.
You particularly spoke to braids.
No, they're
They're
not.
Fulani braids, and you're freaking appropriating them.
Let me
Not
say
your
something.
culture.
I'm a hairstylist, been a beautician, master cosmetologist for over 30-something years. Let me explain something to you, little boy. Hairstyles don't belong to anyone. There is
So
no hairstyle that belongs to anyone. And if you want to talk about hairstyles, majority of the braids and the weaves come from Egypt.
okay, that's
What are we
not you.
talking
See,
about?
this is another example. You
So
guys
what
are
are we
always
talking
going
about?
back to
Like, if
Egypt.
you want to talk about braids and weaves, but first of all, the indigenous people here were wearing wigs.
You're
What are
not
you talking
Egyptian, man.
about?
You're
We're
not
making
Egyptian.
wigs and wearing wigs. What are you
The
talking about?
Fulani
Boy,
and
you sound
Egyptians are not
stupid. What
you.
you
So
sound like
hold
is
on.
You're
a
not
racist.
Egyptian or Fulani.
You
So hold
sound
Don't
on.
talk
like a
about them.
racist.
Hold
That's
on,
what you
Shalania.
sound like.
Hold
You
on,
sound
Shalania.
like a racist.
Hold on, Shalani. This is a 20-year-old kid who's just throwing out stuff that he's heard since his 20 years.
He hoping he get a gift, baby.
You're
He
not
need his
African.
cell phone bill
Oh,
You're
he's
not
paid.
even
trying to find
African.
some footing.
You're
He's
not
trying to
African,
find some
man.
footing.
But hold on,
He ain't gonna find no footing in the
Fulani and
hold
Egyptian
fertile
braids.
ground.
You're
on.
appropriating Fulani and Egyptian braids.
Okay, hold on, Rabbit. We're not. We got to move away from you for right now.
Fulani and Egyptian braids. How
Majestic.
y'all still tolerating
Yeah.
each other?
The ancient
on,
Egyptians were
Majestic.
not black.
Hold on.
They what?
Hold
They
on.
what?
You don't know.
Sister, we went over this already. He just trying to get a rise out you right now. Don't fall for that bait. Don't fall for that bait.
I didn't wake up to hear this stupid shit.
A twin who got a certificate. Don't pay no.
That's right.
He got
This
a
boy
certificate, y'all.
a certificate, and he's think he an expert.
Don't pay no mind. Don't pay no mind that. But I want to move on to Majestic. Majestic,
I
go ahead.
can't take
Majestic, go ahead and say what you're
20-year-old with a certificate.
with a
Hold on,
certificate.
cousin.
What is it? A birth certificate? What kind of certificate?
Okay, hold on, y'all. Listen, y'all. I'm the host. Don't do this. When I talk, be quiet. Majestic. Go ahead.
All right, what I was saying was, what are you gonna do about the white people who have been torturing you on your land? You never asked them to leave.
What
Do you want an answer right now?
What are you doing? What are you doing about it?
What you doing about?
We're their scapegoats.
Give a suggestion.
Huh?
You're scared
What's
of
your
your
plans?
You're scared of your master.
What's your plans?
What's my
What's
plans?
your plans?
My plan to do what?
What's
I
your
mean,
plans?
you posed the
doing all this
question,
talking,
sir.
What's your plans?
to get white people out of America?
Yeah, what's your plan?
No.
Why would I?
What's the yes?
What? I'm not American though.
Well,
So
why
what,
you
Why
even
are you
on
here?
here?
so what are you doing in America, brother? Why aren't you in your homeland? How about that? Because you have you're talking English. So
Yeah.
why are you not in your homeland?
I was born in America, but I'm not American.
Oh, so you're a
Oh
fleeing,
my.
fleeing man.
No, he's a second generation immigrant. I get it. I get it. His mama or his grandmama, they came up in here like a big grandma swami.
Hold on, cousin. What I want to know is your comment saying that immigrants are doing better than Black Americans. I want you to prove that.
You want me to prove it? Like show photos,
Prove it. No, you don't got to show photos. Just prove it.
like with statistics and stuff.
Prove it. Yeah.
Sure. That'll
All right,
work.
give me a second.
What,
Hold on
cooking
a second.
cats?
So you're
What,
going to
eating
Google?
animals?
He wants
What,
to go
eating
Google.
dogs? Eating
Go
cats?
Google.
And you
What
going to
y'all doing
Google?
better than us?
Hold on. Let him.
Those aren't immigrants. Those are people
What, eating cats and
living.
dogs? What
Hold
y'all
on.
doing?
Hold on. Let him. I need him to prove it. He said he's going to.
Okay.
If you need to go Google it, go Google it, brother, and give us some data that shows that immigrants are outperforming Black Americans. And then we can have the pissing contest, and we're gonna piss on you, and then you can go.
I'm one example,
Go
bro.
about your day.
I'm one example. I'm doing better
No,
than
you
all your
are a
20
You
guys.
one
child who
example.
hopes to have a
You're
dream still.
20-year-old
Bro,
with
you think you were Egyptians and stuff.
you're
I'm
a
not gonna talk
Think
to you.
that
How
Egyptian.
you gonna tell me what we think,
What we think we
dumbass?
is.
I'm from East Africa. You're
I
You're
don't
a
care.
20-year-old with a certificate, brother. You're not doing better than nobody. You don't think Black Americans have certificates, brother?
nah. She thinks she's Egyptian, bro.
Stop it.
Remember
Stop.
you were
Nope.
asking me.
Stop it.
Remember you were asking me
No, ain't nobody ask you shit. We're done with you.
who's
Stay
claiming
quiet. Matter
Egypt.
of
She's
fact,
one right
I'm gonna
here.
tell you like I normally say. Why don't you go sit in the back of the pew and listen instead of coming up to the mic to preach?
Hold on, Majestic. You're taking a long time to find these
Well,
stats.
I'm still.
We way
You're
majestic.
outperforming Black Americans because you're not
We
doing it in the
way.
Olympics. Hold on, you're not doing it in the Olympics. You're not doing it in sports entertainment.
Shalina, you're American. You have
You're
nothing to
not
do with
doing it in
Egypt.
technology, and you're definitely not doing it with money.
That's
With
right.
money, I mean, if you want to see the immigrants that live
Yeah,
here,
we want. Yeah.
definitely. But
Yes.
Okay,
Your,
how many
we want to put your
millionaires?
African
With our
dollars
tax dollars?
against foundational
oh,
Black
Hold on,
American
With our
that's
dollars.
tax
not
Yes,
true
dollars?
we do.
though. You're not a millionaire.
With
How
our
many?
tax dollars, sis, like
Hold
you
on,
said.
y'all. I'm the host. Listen, y'all got to stop, man. I'm gonna start dropping people. Y'all can't over talk me. Be quiet.
My bad, bro. My bad. I'm trying to be good.
Yeah,
How many millionaires do you guys have?
bro. But that doesn't mean anything. Do you know what per capita means?
You're doing better.
Is the average Black American a millionaire?
Hold on. If you're a millionaire,
I'm not a
you're doing
millionaire.
better than us. So how many millionaires who are immigrants, first or second or third generation, do you have that you can prove that you're? Because if we look at sports, you're not doing anything in sports, brother. You're not doing anything in entertainment. Okay, you're not a major influence globally. So give us something that shows. Do you have more degrees than us? Show us something.
Bro, you
Olympic
keep
medal.
talking about millionaires. Is the average Black American a
Olympic
millionaire?
medal.
Americans. Show us that.
Do you know what
Olympic medal.
per capita is?
You said you were doing better than. It is upon you to show that, sir.
Your business in your comments, sir. You
I
said.
am. I'm asking you. Do you know what per capita is like for
I
average?
definitely know what per capita is, brother. But do you
Exactly. So I'm
understand-
talking about.
Listen, do you? But hold on. Not even per capita, brother. Prove it. You're not even doing that per capita.
No, because he
Okay, let me
he
read
want to
it.
use the broad stroke of per capita because it's going to include more than his group of immigrants who are doing better
I said
to the
immigrants in
relation to the
general.
poll.
Let me share something.
And he thinks we're stupid enough to fall for that.
I want to share.
What I'm saying.
I want to share one thing to the brother.
Y'all
Hold on,
doing
time
so
out.
good. Why Donald Trump want y'all ass out of here?
Hold on, time out.
He a gold. He love money.
Majestic, how old are you first of all, brother? How old are you first of all? Let's get that out the way. How
I'm
old are you?
18.
That's a,
Oh God, I'm gone.
Get
y'all.
on
Y'all
out of here,
have a
boy.
good night. Y'all on here talking me cheering.
be quiet.
I'm gone. Love you too.
How are
Love
you
you too
Egyptian
much.
and
I'm
indigenous
gone.
at the same time?
Go to
You're
sleep.
clueless.
Go to
Majestic.
sleep. brother. Go to sleep. We're not gonna.
Go to
We
sleep.
got
You
18
need to go to
years.
You're
sleep.
just
You need to get off this
The
shit.
Brother, go
congregate
sit in the
reality.
back of the
you're
pew with
stealing
that other
Fulani
boy.
braids,
Immigrants
and you're
acting
Go
like
American.
they
sit. Go
know
sit in the
something.
back of the pew with that other boy.
Get off the
Jesus Christ.
grown folk. Get out off the grown folk
Jesus
table.
This is
Christ.
an
You're
adult
stealing
channel. This ain't a
Fulani
Grown
braids,
children's
folk
bro. You're
table.
channel.
Go
appropriating.
at the
Christ.
children's table.
Hey, let me get him. Let
Jesus
me get him.
Christ.
Watch this. Little dick.
Oh,
That's why they hate us, because our dick bigger than yours, fat.
that's
Let me
what
get
it
that
is.
little
They
one.
jealous of y'all,
I don't
mean.
want. Listen.
And
I
you're
don't want to.
using our hairstyles,
I
bro.
don't want to. I don't.
What
No,
hairstyles?
nobody's using
Y'all
no
ain't got
Jabubian
one.
big forehead
Fulani braids are
hairstyle.
from the Fulani tribe
Nobody
in
got a
First of
Africa.
all, let me
dookie
say something
hairline,
to you.
brother.
The black woman it made every race on this planet. So any
Exactly.
hairstyle you
Nobody
got,
got
we
a
gave it to you.
dainty
Bro,
hairline,
Exactly.
brother.
I'm talking about Africa. I'm not talking
No,
about
I'm
it
black
talking
doesn't
Americans.
about
matter.
humanity.
We
Hey,
are we have
who
the
let
Eve
these
gene.
who let
Every
these
even
animals up
white
here,
What
man?
are you
people
Come up
talking
here.
have our
about?
DNA.
You
Nothing
make no
came from
sense.
any tribe or anything. And you need to understand
Came
as
from the
well
black
that
woman.
You're black American. What are
hair
you
is an
talking about Eve
artistic
gene for?
expression. Hair comes from the earth. The hairstyles
Okay,
come
I'm
from
done
the
talking.
environment, from the trees,
Thank you, sis.
You
from
guys
the
have nothing to do with
leaves, from the
Thank you,
different
sis.
you guys have
canals, from
nothing
the
to do with
Yeah.
different
ancient Egypt,
you
bro.
you really
Ancient
need to do your
Egyptians were not black.
research.
Hey, you get these
Ancient
It
cave,
Egyptians were
doesn't
not black.
excuse me, platform. Would y'all
Tell
please
that to
get these
Moses.
cave people
Ancient
off
I
this
Egyptians were
respect.
not
doggone
Listen,
black.
line?
Tell that to
They have no
Moses.
use for us
he
whatsoever.
bringing them.
Why
He
is we
getting
listening to
something,
somebody
but
we
Nobody
had
y'all
to
gives
What
need
a
to
send
let
damn.
them
this
does
up
boy
the
Moses
go.
dress
have
them
to do
up?
with
Let
you?
these children go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go to
y'all
sleep,
gotta
little
go
boy.
to bed.
Go sleep,
Majestic,
baby.
Majestic, I'll give you one more chance to prove it before I drop you, brother. You're 18.
He
You really
can't
don't.
prove.
I'll
He can't
prove it if
prove
you let
nothing.
me.
You
But
got.
It's
I just
I'll
want to
give you
say,
one
like,
more. I'll
of
give you
course
one
there
more
are
chance.
like
I'll give you one
systemic
more chance.
reasons as to why, like, the
okay, that's
average
the
One more
problem.
chance.
black.
We've
Yeah,
been in a systemic
One more
world.
chance,
yeah.
Of
And
Majestic.
course,
until
but
you
like,
know who
I
you
love how
truly
you
are, until
overlook
you
the
know who you
systemic
truly
curve.
are, you're gonna take systemic numbers that you've Googled, that you think that you have found, and you're going to use it at the forefront of people like us that have been here for a long time.
But
no, I
They
mean as
you
in
carry
can
that.
like
hear. You can hear in
No,
his
you
voice.
have
He
to
oppression.
overlooked.
Like,
understand you are 18.
He can
And I'm
hear in his
saying
voice.
that in a respectful way to for you to understand. I have an 11-year-old son, and I have to sit down here and I have to tell my son who he is.
Sister,
You
don't
can't
explain
sit here
nothing
and
to that.
allow
Don't explain
Google to
nothing to
sit
him.
here and
Don't
tell you
explain. Don't even
who
talk to
you
him.
are.
Get
You
your
have
little
to
dick off.
really search down with inside of you. I don't know if you
No,
need to change your group of friends.
sister,
I
he
don't
hate
know if your
us.
parents may not have set you down, but you need to look inside of yourself, because how you're coming on this platform and how you think that you can just go to Google and bring up some numbers, that is not. Guess what? We were all in a trance just like you at one point in time in our life. So I'm not going to sit here and just say, that you're not a product of your environment. We were all just like that as well. But you have to understand that it's a deeper meaning than what you think. It's not just
Sister,
getting on Google. We didn't have that growing up. All these technological devices that you guys have, all of this high animation and this the tablets and the cell
AI.
phones and the TVs, we didn't have none of that. Like y'all literally y'all sit on y'all get up and the first thing y'all do is grab y'all phone. You need to learn to meditate, to go deep down inside. There is a deeper meaning and an agenda for you. So I think you
sister,
need to understand that while you feel like you may have some data to back up your claims,
He doesn't.
desire to go deeper into that.
yeah, he
Here's
don't
what,
okay,
care.
and also,
And
here's what I want
and
you
to
to
add,
understand, Majestic. Majestic. First of all, I want you to understand you're a young man. We don't hate you. Your ethnicity and where your parents brought you over here, where you came from, you came from. That's what I want you to understand first of all. And then after that, brother, I need you to understand this, brother. You don't know enough to have a conversation that you're trying to have.
no, I'm just saying, like, of course, I know there's like racism reason as to why Black Americans might make less, but
Might
Uh-huh.
I
make
don't
less.
boy,
understand.
Who said we make
Okay,
less?
look,
let's
boy,
talk about that. Hold
Like
on,
on
brother.
Who
Hold
make
average,
on.
less?
Might make less.
Wow, you
Let me
really
tell
think
you
we make
something. But
less?
It's
on
Hold on.
average, like, do you
Hold on
1965.
real
know,
quick.
hold on,
Family.
hold
Hold
on.
on real quick. Might make less. How many people are you talking about that are Black Americans that might make less? What's the percentage of that? Do you know?
like on average, I can't say all Black Americans are
No,
poor
you can't
or
say
anything.
all
Oh,
Black.
No,
Can you say most Black Americans make less? Can you say that?
Than every other demographic in America.
No,
no.
no. No, brother, that's not true. See that you don't know enough to have this conversation.
You
Did you know
don't.
that 63% of Black Americans are in the middle class or rich, sir? Did you know that?
Nah, he didn't
Are
know
you
that.
serious, bro?
Yeah, he
Yes,
didn't know that.
yes,
Yes.
He
yes.
been
Young
And
man,
let me
trolling.
hold on.
explain something to you.
Dead
Hey,
Don't
sister,
you
let
don't
me
it's gonna take
don't
for you, listen, it's gonna take for you to actually get out here in the working force. It's gonna take for you to actually get out here and for you to
See,
see things with
what
your own
you
two eyes
hold
for you
on,
to see
sister,
that.
hold on, young
sister.
man, hold on. What you're comparing, what you think is Black America,
You,
you're comparing 17% of our population that are down
And
bad.
social media. And social
you know
media.
what?
And social
I
media.
believe
That's
I
down
believe
bad.
And you're
though.
making an
Just
assumption off
like
social
and
media
look,
Social media.
to be
about
And
us.
let's
honestly,
keep it real.
that's
Exactly.
I'm
Most of
talking
the
about what
people,
like the census
most of
look.
the
says.
I don't give a
people
fuck
who
what
are
the
Census.
this white
Do
man
17%,
you
talking about. I think
most
that's
of
a
the people who
construct,
are
bro. Okay,
17%.
damn. All right, we was here
Most
before.
of
We're gonna be here when
hold
they
on,
end.
Shalon, hold on.
Cause can't
Most
nothing
of the
get around the shit
hold
without
on,
not ether.
Poppy, hold on, brother. You just jumped in here. Relax. Most of the 17%, they got cell phones and they can get on social media. So they may seem like the majority to you, but really not, sir.
and
So
do
the
you know how
census is
do you know
fake.
how the census get their information? Do you know how the census
We can go census. We
gets
can
their
go census. We can go
Sister,
census,
You
brother.
do
know
you
he
know
doesn't
do
know,
you
Always said
know?
sister.
this
You
is in
know he
school though.
doesn't know.
They
Okay,
Because
let
You
me
had
no,
to
but
explain.
that's
I
delve
used to
no,
deep
work.
that's
I
into
based
used to
that.
work
upon
for the
election.
census. Let me
So
let me
let's
explain
not
to
even
you.
go
I
there.
used to work for the census.
With
What
their
we do
statement
is
about
what we would
election.
do is we would go out into the community. We would go out, we would knock on people's doors. It didn't matter if you was a crackhead, it didn't matter if you was in the richest neighborhood of the city where you lived. And we would knock on the door, we would sit on your couch, we would ask you, could we come in, and we would ask you your business. This
But
is
how do we
people
know
will
their
sit up and
count
they
is
will
wrong?
tell a lie
That's
because they want you to
America.
get out their house. A lot of people don't even answer their doors. Do you understand that? That is a voluntary information where they're asking you who all is in your household, what type of money do they make, do they have jobs. A lot of people don't like for people being in their business.
hey,
So
sister.
the census alone is not even a true number because a lot of
Yeah,
people are working Americans who are not even at
how do
home when they
we
come
not
around and knock
know
on people's doors.
that
Hey,
they
sister.
There's also
already
like
Hey,
understand how
tax
sister.
many people
information.
is
Like everything
inside
has
of
to do with
there?
No,
Hold
taxes.
on.
everybody don't report. You have to understand. You
How
have
do
to
we
make a
not
certain
know that they
amount.
don't already
Sister, hold
You
know?
on.
don't know. You
Hold on,
don't know.
sister. Hold on.
You
Hold
Guys,
on.
don't
guys.
understand.
Technology is
You don't
super
understand.
advanced.
If she
Everything does not
works for
have
the
to be
About
census,
we
reported.
how are
here
you
talking about this
questioning
shit
her?
right now. Do you think there's not somebody that's listening to this shit that's a little bit higher than what you know what I mean? Come on now. That shit sounds stupid to me. It sounds dumb.
Majestic. The
I
bottom line,
understand what you're talking about. I understand what everybody's talking about. Okay, it's not no white or black thing, bro. Okay, it's the who got it and who don't think. Cause they don't give a fuck about none of us.
Yeah,
So
majestic.
we
let's
got you.
let's be
Hey,
real about this shit.
excuse me.
Hold on,
They
Excuse
hold
don't
me.
give
on.
a
Excuse me.
mother.
Majestic,
Hey, excuse me,
Yeah.
sister.
majestic,
Thank you. Hey,
majestic. The bottom
hey,
line,
hold on, nephew.
get off your
Nephew.
parents' dime
Nephew.
and go back
Hold
to
on.
sleep
Hold
and
on.
go to
Hold on.
bed and get
Hold
some
up,
Why we
sleep.
Shalon.
always
Let him finish.
hold on. Why we always gotta be apologetic to these people, man? This nigga he ain't blame if he ain't building with us. He coming here trying to delete us tomorrow. We don't have to listen to him. Go back to your cave, man. How you get you? We don't have to respect you at all. We building for our children, fam. We ain't
I'm
got
not
time for
asking you to
hey,
respect. I'm
hold
just
on,
saying,
hold on,
like,
hold on. Y'all shut your mouth. Nigga, you always want to talk. Shut
what,
up.
bro?
Shut up, bruh.
Bro,
Come here with
I'm
that
coming
energy,
here.
man. We
You
don't want that
respectful,
energy. Shut your mouth, man. Come here
bro.
telling us you
Listen,
might well
bro.
tell us we monkeys or something. Get
I'm
yourself
not.
somewhere and sit down. Shut your mouth. That's what we need to do to
Right.
these
Are
people,
you?
man. Shut up, man.
Brother,
I
Mute
want
he
his
you to
he's
mic.
be up on
peacefully
You need to
saying
learn.
sit back in the back
You need
pew.
to
the young
learn.
brother
He
because he's
aggressively saying
18.
sit back in the back pew.
18, and I don't want this young brother walking around thinking foundational Black Americans hate him because we don't.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, brother. You don't know enough to have this conversation. You're 18, and you need to be focused on one thing, that is figuring out what the hell your superpower is and how to make money.
It sounds like you mix anyway.
And as
Go
long
back
as
to
Nah.
you
your
it's
cave.
rooted in positive, as long as it's rooted in actually it's
That's
as a
it.
leadership and actually
You don't
growing
need to be a part of
and
these
that's what you need to
conversations
be focused on.
or engaging in this. You're 18. You got a lot of failing to do because if
And
you fail, you're
he
not
had
gonna
white.
learn, brother. You're just not gonna learn. So you need to go out there and fail and get out of rooms like this because this is none of your business and none of your concern. You got
None
a
whatsoever.
whole lot of
I'm not
learning,
gonna
brother. The
I
only
wouldn't
thing you
necessarily
can
say it's
do,
not his
Oh, it's
business
not.
because I
No, it's
do
not,
feel
sister.
like it
No.
is important for
bro, that's why I
us.
say sit in the back pew.
the only thing
Right.
he can do is learn and get the game from foundational Black Americans and
Right.
take this Black consciousness that liberates all back to your homeland one day.
Yeah.
Because
Walk
you
through
Yes.
one.
this is what you got to deal with, brother. You got to deal with the fact that because you are born in America, but you're not American, you're not even accepted in your homeland. And that's a big enough thing. You're gonna have to overcome that hurdle your whole entire life. I
Sound
wish
like old
that on
slave
no man.
master in the house.
I wish that on no man to not be accepted in his own homeland. But that's what your parents did to you. They brought you over here to get you away from what they were going through, the struggle,
Exactly.
and put you in this struggle, and now you're in somebody else's business. You got to get
Exactly.
out of
No,
our
I'm
business.
just
And you
No,
I'm just
hold
trying
jealous.
to
on,
understand
hold
like
on, young man.
You
Young man, you got to get out of our business and go tend to your business.
your business.
You
That
got to
part.
Exactly.
take advantage
That
of
your
part.
the time that you got here, and then you got to figure out how to liberate your people.
Yeah, you have an
Exactly.
assignment here. You have a
Exactly.
purpose, and I think
That's
you need to
it.
figure it out.
That
And I think you
I
also
don't
need to
want to deal with
understand
it.
that whatever you put out, it comes back to you. So just
Yeah,
make sure whatever you're putting
yeah.
out is coming from not an emotional level,
I
but
don't want to denigrate
I'm not. I don't
nobody's
want to.
Preacher.
PhD.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
I
not trying
want
to
to help
talk
you.
down to you.
Man, talk him
You
down. He
are
talking us
needed,
down. Talk
but
him
Talk
down. What
out.
do you
you
mean?
I didn't
are
talk
Talk
anyone
him
needed. You
down. I'm
down.
just
are
trying to
important. But
understand
I think
You ain't
your
that
trying to
people
instead of
understand
you
nothing.
with
You
being
coming
We
here
can't
trying to
talk
teach
African
defensive,
over
us.
each other.
immigrants.
We can't all
You
talk
huh?
over
coming
each
here
other.
trying
One
to
at a
teach. You
time.
ain't trying to
One at
understand
a
nothing.
time. Listen. He's a young. Listen, a lot of these dudes coming here, they're young, and I don't want to blow them out the water. I want them to learn. I want them to understand that listen, they're the game being played, and it's
Right.
not checkers, it's chess,
He don't.
brother.
Right. He
That
don't
part.
want
And
to.
you
He don't
gotta
want
Family,
to
I
learn.
want
figure
to I
out
want to interject this right quick. Let's
how
get
to
these likes
how,
up to about 10,000. We can get that up to 10,000, family. Right,
get my
10,000 likes.
likes up.
Tap
Don't
that damn
disrespect
screen,
me.
family.
Don't disrespect me. Get my likes up, y'all. I don't know why y'all love to disrespect the Black American, but y'all do. I
I'm
give away real game over here. I mean, I know we got to have our tether talk, but at the end of the day, I'm here to pull you up, not punch down. And like
We
I
ain't
said,
take.
the brother Majestic, he wasn't, he's not that bad. He came in with some bad information, but he's 18 and he's on social media, but he
He's
don't
not.
know.
He's not. He's not solely black though. He's not
He's
black
not.
American.
I
He's
am
not.
black.
He's
You ain't
no,
black. I
no,
can hear in your
no,
It's
voice.
how you raised too now. It's
brother.
who
You're
raised you,
brother,
baby.
brother. Let me
Sometimes,
let
bro.
me let me help you out because you're gonna have to deal with this too. You're not a Black American. You're whatever your parents are, and whatever
Exactly.
I never
homeland
said
they
I'm black
come from.
American.
But you're not even racial. You listen, culturally Black, you are not. You're melanated at best.
Well, what are you?
I'm
You're
Yeah,
black.
stay
melanated.
who you are.
I'm
You're
You
black.
said
melanated.
you
I'm
weren't black.
Nigerian though.
Are you black or
Yeah,
you? Which one
exactly.
is it?
I'm
You
both.
are Nigerian,
Oh, you
and
Nigerian.
whatever
Okay.
term they got for Black and Nigerian, that's what you are. You're
They
He
not.
call
don't even
You're
live.
themselves
not Black.
black there as well.
You're not
He don't
Black
even
people.
live in our community. I
No,
bet you
And
stay. Where
yeah,
you
and
live at?
you are your
no,
parents. You have to understand. I have to be
no.
cautious of what I say to my son, what I do around my son. You are a
You don't
product
have
of
to.
your environment.
He don't even stay in our
So
community. Where you live at?
you
You don't
you
stay.
you
The
have
Africans don't live in our community. Koreans don't live in
First
our
of all, they
community.
don't
I
fool with
live in
Get
us.
out of
And
here.
Maryland.
they tell their
Get your
children don't fool
Arabic.
with us.
Get your Arabic trifling. Get off this line, man. We need to build.
Nigerians tell their kids don't fool with us
Brother,
when they
Let's
come over
build.
here. Do
Nah.
not fool
We
with
all I
black
think
want to
we.
do,
Americans,
brother, all I
period.
want to do
and
is
My parents
apparently
never
they
told me
telling them
anything.
that we is broke and we
Exactly.
don't have any money
Exactly.
and we
Wait a
don't
minute,
have
sis.
any
Can I
sense.
please talk for 1 second? Because I know a lot about this subject. I live in the west end of Atlanta, Georgia,
I'm
and
right there too. Yep.
right around the corner from me is a mosque, right, y'all? And so let
Right.
me tell you something. I met a lot of them little African Nigerian dudes, right? And they came over on a train that it brings them from Brazil to Mexico. And the little boy showed me his phone because I rent a room. He showed me his phone. He had about 50 million of them Africans on the back of them trains coming in through Mexico, coming in through America, right? Guess what he told me? His parents told him not to fool with black Americans because we will get
Exactly.
them
Exactly.
deported.
Exactly.
That
All of
we
them.
are scum of the
Sister,
earth.
sister, all of
Wow.
them like that. Ain't no African living in our community, no
Wow.
Arab,
That
no
came
Korean, no,
straight out of the
none
mouths
of them.
of a lot of them.
Let me tell y'all something.
I
Listen to
don't
me.
No,
Shut up, man. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear from you.
bro, be
You think
respectful, bro. I'm not
ain't
trying
no
to.
respectful, man. And you coming here telling us we
You
can our
don't respect
nation.
somebody who
We
don't
got
respect
a
us.
strong. Hold on, fam. We got a
Give them
strong.
some
We
grace,
building
strong.
strong here. We building our
Give him
community.
some grace, strong. He hasn't been a disrespectful person. He's been here, he's been calm.
No, what he said, he can't be calm saying this negative stuff. So somebody come here calm and say we a cursed generation.
Yeah. But he
Dog,
been
what I'm trying to say is,
Hold
I
on
just
for a
want to
minute, man.
understand your
Shut your
beef
mouth. We always gotta be the
with.
first one to apologize. We always
hold
be the
on,
first
hold
one.
on, hold on, strong. You want to understand what?
I just want to understand your beef with Africans, because Africans didn't cause
We,
We
any of
don't.
the
Africans,
any of the
Are you
systemic
being a
issues.
tether,
May I
sir?
say something?
Hold
Man,
on,
fuck that.
Majestic. I'm gonna let you speak in a minute, Lawrence. Here's what it is. We don't have a beef with Africans. We really don't. But what we've been hearing coming out of the Africans' mouth, we just can't let it go any further. The slick
And let me
talk,
speak.
the
And let me speak.
disrespect.
We do have
Hey,
a
Strong.
problem.
Hold on, strong. The
Yes, sir.
disrespect, all that stuff, that stops, brother. And you're 18, and I'm sorry you got to pick up the mantle from what your tethered family have done, but that's just what it is.
What is a tether?
Let me explain it to him.
A
he don't
tether
know.
is anybody that comes that's non-FBA that
Exactly.
tries to undermine FBA.
Exactly. When you right
When
now, you
who
can
did I
tell.
try to undermine?
Right now, listen.
Listen. This is what let me explain to you what's going on, 18-year-old. Let me explain to you what's going on. In our politics, they're in our politics. And when it comes time for us to stand on business and get what's owed to us, they are the main ones blocking it.
What do you mean?
Upper class.
Let me explain to
You
him.
are being used. Listen. All immigrants are being used by YT America
Exactly.
to create a buffer class to
Exactly.
push Black Americans back down to the bottom.
Exactly.
The only reason that they said, "Yep, let's get these Negroes up in here from different countries, and they're gonna help us. We're gonna put in them the YT,
Exactly.
the colonized mindset,
That's
and
what
they're
he's talking
going to agree with it because we're gonna tell them things like
Exactly.
Nigerians are just as smart as Asians, and y'all
Exactly.
and y'all,
I
That's
don't.
what
there's
you
no data
displaying,
to
brother.
prove it.
You
There's
displaying.
there's nothing. But because they said it, y'all ran with that, and
That's right.
y'all start believing that, and y'all
That's
have
right.
this mindset that maybe we are smarter than that.
That's
Smart,
right. And
as smart as the Asians.
that's right. In
See, the
reality,
white teeth trick y'all, and y'all
Right.
fall for it.
that's
Wait,
right.
you're saying that?
That's right. And in reality, you jealous of us
And
because we the
then,
best.
when we pull the receipts that show that you guys are not as educated
Yeah.
as Black Americans, we
That's
can
right.
prove that.
That's right.
We can prove that.
That's right.
Listen, a lot of the degrees that you guys have are scam degrees.
That's right.
Of course, there could
Yeah.
be,
Of
but
course.
there's no
It's not there
evidence
could be.
that
No, there's evidence that
They
shows
are.
that they are
May I
Yes.
that most
Yeah.
of them are.
may I
All the
speak?
certificates.
You can
May I
hear.
speak?
Can I say
That
one
like
thing?
the majority of them,
Can I say
like
one thing?
you
Can I
know,
say
they
one
don't.
thing? If y'all listen to his speech, listen to what he say. Look at how doctrinized he is. Listen to him. See, he been trained by white tea. He sounds just like them. But let me tell you
I
something,
never
young
said
man.
that.
Hold on, I
Yes,
know.
you
Shut
did.
up. Listen, hold on. I know when they come and disarm
Remember,
us,
he's 18.
you're gonna be
Give him some
you
grace. He's
you
18.
gonna
He's a young man.
come on, bro. Ain't no age. He bold enough to come up on here.
My
He stepping
grandmama
on.
said if you
He
young
stepping on.
enough,
Hold
you
on, hold on.
old enough to hit you, old enough
He
to get
stepping on.
hit back.
He bold enough to come up here
I
and
don't
step in this
believe
ant pile.
in
We need
punching
to
down
bite
on
him and
kids,
keep
y'all.
building.
And I don't want y'all to even get that mindset to punch down on these kids. Let them grow up. Let them
But see
grow
what
up.
they do. But what they do,
He
they
has
pollute
some
on the way of growing up.
misinformation, but he gonna have to grow on that. He gonna have
But
to grow.
family, listen,
Let him grow
listen to
up.
me, fam. Well, my children hear this voice. When my children hear him say that we not, then that's a step back when we are. He been trained to tell us. He the one say we a cursed generation. Ain't nothing cursed about us.
What
I
he,
Words
never
are
said that.
powerful. Hold on,
what
sister.
about
Hold
when
on.
he said to your children?
Hold on, Weston. Hold on. Words are powerful. What this dude did inject that word in us. He can't deal with us. We ain't got to bow down and answer and listen to him. We the best, whether we say it or not. We the best dancer, the best dresser, the best fighter, the best speaker, and he know it. And he jealous. You can hear in his voice. He been trained by White T to come on this platform and disarm us. But now we standing strong. This is for my children. This is for my family. This is for you on this platform. His family ain't never raped been in no type of slavery or nothing like that. He come over here now, he gonna tell us what we are. He ain't lifting out one piece of cotton. Hell
I'm
with
not telling you what you are. I'm just
man. Shut
asking,
your mouth, please. Just
bro.
shut up.
Listen,
Can
bro.
No,
can
you
I
I'm
didn't
trying to
say
ask.
I'm
what?
trying
You
to
came
ask
in
you
here
something.
Y'all have
with
a good night.
statistics and numbers and Google trying to tell us who we are, and that is not who we are. And we
Exactly.
are
And
sorry that
black
we
women is
cannot
the
sit here
most
and
evil
allow a
color in
listen
America.
and allow
Y'all
you to
stop
say that about us.
apologizing.
And we have lived here.
Stop
We have.
One at a
apologizing
time.
and stop
Indigenous to this
apologizing.
place.
This the
We
only
can't
thing about
overtalk
Black
each other.
America. We always apologize and forgive it.
Strong,
Hell with him. He want to come up here, chew him
strong,
up. I kick the ant pile, the ant start biting you. You kicking
strong.
out we
Exactly.
building.
Bro, just
Exactly.
explain. Like, I just want you to explain.
You ain't got to explain
You're
nothing.
talking
Who you think
about
you is?
You.
You got to
never been
explain.
through slavery.
He want
Africans
us
did
to
not cause
explain. We've
slavery.
been explaining 400 years. Where were you when we were picking cotton, young man? Where were
Is how
you?
is that
When they
Africans'
were,
fault?
where
Why are
were
you
you? So,
angry at
come
Africans
on,
for that?
fam. Ain't nobody angry. We always angry. Yeah, I'm angry. Been in slavery 400 years. Got to body them. Got to listen to you.
Ooh,
Right, I'm
Again,
angry.
Let me
brother.
try
Okay,
this one
but
more
let me
time,
ask
young
one more
man.
what did
time.
If you'll
Can
Africans?
I
How
bear
did
with
Africans
me,
finish?
cause that?
and until you came up in here attempting to bring some sort of statistical proof,
That you
we
haven't
were
that you
more than
haven't brought.
willing to listen to you. But since in that time you have not brought forth one statistical fact to
Only thing
back
you
your
said,
statement,
exactly. Only thing you
this
said
is
is
where you
master
are
that.
having an issue.
It's not
So
Right.
letting me
when
like
we
show any
say
like photos.
sit back in the back pew
No.
and listen and
Right.
learn, it
No.
means
And
get
came with
off the
insulting.
panel.
And
He's
came with insulting
right.
statistics
He's
Yes,
not
he
going to let
and
her
did. It was
teach him.
very
text.
insulting in how he did it. But what we are trying to do is not dissuade you from learning more
Let me tell you, fam. He's
and
not going to
getting
listen to
your
you.
knowledge up.
We're
So
not
when we
qualified to
sit
teach him.
in the back pew and
We're
learn,
not qualified to teach him, bro. That's how they act. That's how they look at us. They not. You can't teach. Try to teach a white tea about Jesus. He'll hang. That's how he is. He already sees us as monkeys, unlearned, because he been taught that. Listen to his voice. Hell with
Bro,
him. I'm telling y'all
I
right now.
agree.
It's in the
That's
DNA.
exactly.
I agree.
Everybody going this in his DNA. He don't want. I don't care how old he is. He old enough to come up here and try to disarm us. Hit
I'm
him
not
right
trying to
back.
diss on you. I'm
Yes,
just
you
trying to
doing it.
ask
You
you
doing it, young man, with your
why.
knowledge. You doing it with
You
your
just
knowledge.
said you want to show
Yeah,
I
he
pictures.
want to
have
show.
I have one.
Like there is not AI, like pictures cannot be altered. That was your first when you first got on this live.
Right,
You
right.
said you had pictures to show us. We've been waiting
Right.
on pictures. Then you came back and
I
said
can't show
you
them.
had statistics and numbers.
Yes, like a
Okay,
picture
what
of
we're
the
trying to tell
statistics.
you is that the whatever pictures you're going to try to put up or post up or whatever, that is not a true representation of who we are.
I'm not saying
Exactly.
that
So
is.
if
I'm
you
just
want
Exactly.
to
saying.
understand and learn, then you
Right.
you need to ask questions
Right.
that you actually really want to know and not try to tell us who you think that we
You
are
ain't
based
never
off of
you
what you have been told
right.
about
He
us.
never
No, I
picked
Hey
no
said
y'all.
that
cotton.
because you were talking about
Hey y'all, can I ask him one
yelling.
question, please? Please let
Can
Yeah.
I
me
get
ask
a
him
word
one
in?
question, please. Hey, can I you want to know you know some you are African, right? You say you're African, right?
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Why did Africans sell other Africans to the YTs?
bro. That
No,
is
this is you should know that. You should know you're Nigerian. You should know that. You should be able to get on here and logically answer that question.
let me speak. Wait, can you hear me?
Go ahead, and let
Okay.
them speak. I want to hear
Okay.
this
It's
too. Let them
like
speak.
Put the Vaseline down now
Don't
and
clown
talk.
us. Let them talk. Go ahead.
anyways, what I was saying is like it's a messy history. Like
Oh Lord.
like Europeans, they came to Africa with like a bunch of stuff, like guns, maybe not guns, but like a bunch of like different stuff that maybe the Africans did not have. And like those people, you know what? I'm sure you know the history of what they put the slaves through. So I don't know. I don't know. It's not insane to think that they
So let me
didn't
ask you this question.
sell them. Like
So let me
I'm sure they were kidnapped.
Can
Like
I get
most of
one
them, at least.
question?
Now they were
I'm
trading
gonna
with
let you.
them.
I'm
I
gonna let
want
you
to know.
talk right
That's the
after.
question.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
I gotta let Lauren speak. But I gotta say this. Let me put this in perspective for you, brother. Your ancestors may have sold us, and they probably knew who we were when they sold us. They probably knew.
That part.
They probably knew. But just in case they didn't know, we have history, brother. Just like Joseph, is it Joseph or Jacob? One of them went down into the well.
Joseph.
Okay, They dropped that brother off in the well, and then they felt bad, and one of the brothers went back and got him out of the well, and then ended up selling him into slavery.
That's right.
And he went over into Egypt, and he became like second in command of Egypt.
That's right.
Because of his work ethic and because of the blessing that God put upon him.
That's right.
That same story is similar to the Black American story. Because they didn't know what they were selling. They didn't know that they were selling God's people.
Come on, son.
They thought they were getting mirrors. They thought they were getting gunpowder guns.
That's right.
They thought they were going to be able to conquer the land.
That's right.
And they fooled themselves. They said, "Oh, you want these gold nuggets? Take it. We don't care." They fooled themselves because they didn't know the value in what.
And another thing is, another thing is,
hold on. Just like y'all didn't know the resources that y'all had under the foot, y'all didn't know the resources that made Africa blessed, and y'all sold it away.
Exactly.
And now we're over here.
Come on, son.
And we had an ethnogenesis.
Come on, son.
Spiritually and physically, we're no longer tied to Africa. And guess what? Because we're here in America, now America is blessed. And America knows, trust me, America knows what they got. And they're not trying to give us nothing, brother.
America knows who we are. They know what we are due.
A lot of us.
They definitely don't want what happened in Egypt to happen here in America.
That's right.
And a lot of us ain't from Africa.
They're doing the same tactics that they did in Egypt over here. And they've been doing it.
Yes.
And a lot of us not from Africa.
Yeah, we're not.
Black Messiah. You understand?
I'm not.
They don't want
I'm not from Africa.
Understand that y'all have no equivalent to anything great that we got over here.
That's right.
Y'all don't have an equivalent. Y'all don't have one person that you can say is equal to or greater than any one of us.
That's
43 million over here.
That's right.
And that's just a fact. That's not me trying to denigrate. That's not me. I'm just saying that's just what it is because it's.
I agree.
That's a fact.
I agree.
Ask him one more question, please.
May I get one word?
I won't be rude. I promise. One more question, bro. Please, too, and I'm gone. I promise you. Please. Hey, sir. Hey, young man.
Yo.
Hey, young man. Where do majority of the vegetables we eat originate from?
That's a great question.
There you go.
That's a great question.
Most of them are grown in America.
I said originated.
Originate?
Yeah.
I don't really know, but I know a lot of them are grown in America, but I'm not sure about originate.
So if they originate, now I ask, okay, well, go look that up and then really overthink. And I'll say overthink your ideology of who the hell we are.
I'm not saying anything about who you are. I'm just saying, like,
we don't have an issue with Africa, bro.
You can't cop deuces now.
There's nothing in Africa that we want or we hate. You got to have something we want.
I'm not saying, I'm talking about the hate for African immigrants.
We don't hate nobody.
Right.
We don't hate nobody.
Everybody hate us. This for you.
You're 18, brother. You don't know what your parents or what your friends or what's been going on before your time. Exactly. We're just now waking up to the very fact that they've been the ones hating on us.
Let me ask you a question, brother. How do you feel about 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie?
One word of the brother, the young man.
Hold on. Let me let Lawrence talk. Lawrence, go ahead. You've been very patient, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. I agree with what Strong Man is saying. I agree with the person who said take the back seat in the pew. I agree with most of what you're saying. The problem is, and I'm not saying not to try to, he doesn't want to be educated.
Exactly.
He came into the conversation and proved that he thinks we're all stupid.
Exactly.
No. May I finish, young man?
Let him talk.
I mean, what you did that disturbed me.
Exactly.
You actually asked the host or somebody on this panel, do you know what per capita means?
Exactly.
Why did you assume no one knows what per capita means? It was rude.
Exactly.
It was suggesting ignorance, possibly
suggesting that you were more educated than the people on this panel.
Exactly.
When he's saying to you, you're 18. There was an old saying in the South. You know, children should be listening, not be heard, unless they're spoken to.
You gotta be aware of the room, exactly.
Lawrence, I said it was insult.
Understand what room you in, because you might put yourself in a higher seat than you really are.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what Lawrence is saying. You came in and you put yourself in a position like you're equal to us.
That's right.
But they all do that.
Yes. They think that we're not qualified to teach them. That's exactly what I said.
Exactly.
They already think we monkeys.
That's your
White tea
parents'
taught
fault.
them.
Hold on. That's your parents' fault for teaching you that and giving you that arrogance that you're better than Black Americans, and that's their fault, and that's your fault also, because you just learned a valuable lesson. Don't ever go into the room and not know.
I never said I was better than Black Americans. What I'm saying.
Listen what he
is
said.
that-
Listen, y'all.
You want to speak? Or
Yeah, go ahead, man.
No,
I
we
can
want to
speak.
listen. No, we want to listen.
We want to listen
Okay.
to you.
We ain't saying nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. What I'm saying is that, what is it called? I know Black Americans have been through a lot in their history, like negative stuff, like slavery and all of that stuff.
Parents didn't.
What
Hold
you
on,
say?
sister. Let me hear him. Let me hear him.
Let him finish.
Let him finish, because I'm going to eat him up.
I'm going to tear him up.
I don't
I
want to
know
have to
they've
mute him
been
up.
through slavery.
I don't want to have to
Shut
mute
your mouth.
everybody up.
I'm not saying anything bad. I know, like,
Just go ahead, Magic. Get to the point, though, Majestic. Get to
okay, but I just want to say that none of the hardships were caused by Africans.
By Africans, yes. You've said this 3 times now.
Yes,
so let me
and
go
so
and
I'm
feast
trying to
on you real
understand.
quick. We have never said that
What's
all
the-
Africans are responsible for this particular predicament from which our African migrant and immigrant brothers and sisters are finding themselves upon.
Let him
What
talk.
we are
Let him
speaking
let him
to
finish.
is to the tether class.
Let him. He doesn't know he's 18, so let him get it all out. 'Cause what you-
Well, I just want to really understand
You
why.
got to finish your first sentence. You got
I am finishing. Like, I know. I'm just saying.
You're all
I
over
just
the
want to
place.
understand. Like, Africans did not cause any of the hardships, so I just want to understand, like, where the
So let me tell
where the
you
hatred comes from,
answer that
or
question.
where the disdain.
Let me answer
By
that
coming
question
here and
specifically.
considering
Hold
us
on, hold on.
stupid.
Let the
I didn't say
You
anything
are
was
just like
stupid.
they are.
Hold on. Let me answer that question specifically. When we start finding out y'all have names like Akata for us,
Akata is not a slur.
hold on.
It is.
a
It
slur
means
for
cotton
Black
picker,
Americans.
baby.
Hey, y'all, hold on.
It
Let the
doesn't.
host talk. Hold on.
When we start going into places like Clubhouse and finding out that y'all having these secret meetings about overtaking Black Americans and that Black Americans are at the bottom, we're nothing like them. When we start hearing things like I came on a plane, y'all came in chains, I'm passenger, their
What does
car.
that even? I don't know what that is.
That's what
Oh,
they
you
meant.
do
Hold
know
on, Miss
because
Lady.
you
Hold
you
on.
made a post
That's
on
what
your
your
own.
Nigerian brother said.
I
Hold
made
on,
a
he made a
post.
post.
What are you talking about?
Hold on, go ahead. Hold on. He made a post. Hold on, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you can go to my page.
He made a post on his talking about since they haven't freed Ghana, he on his way. He on a plane to do something
Ghana.
about it. Ghana.
Yeah, I'm saying they need a free Ghana. That's when he was in
Oh,
jail.
Gunna. You talking about Gunna in jail?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so since they hadn't freed him, he was on a plane to do something about it.
You know, the best lesson you can learn, young man. I'm not against you. I
Hey,
talk to
Lawrence,
you
but y'all
when I
stop
release you.
apologizing. Be against this nigga, man. Hell with him.
Well, no.
You could
I
be
mean,
against me.
believe
I
me.
just want to
Shut
understand.
your
But
mouth, man.
I want
Yes,
you
the
brother,
rapper
to
Ghana.
understand. I want you to understand something. We grew up here.
Yeah.
My
And
opinion.
it's crazy that he knows
My
more about the
opinion.
celebrities over here. He knows more about the young people over here, more so than about the our
Because
grandparents over here
they
and
look
us
down
over
on us.
here. You know more about the younger crowd who is the same age as you, who's made the same immature, unemotionally regulated decisions, just like you. Those are the people that you
Brothers,
are putting at the forefront of the people that
brothers
you
and
know
sisters,
more information about.
we're doing just what this white tea said to him, that we the most apologetic.
White people never
Remember,
said
the
anything to
problem
me,
is
bro.
down.
I'm not an
Man,
Oingo
shake
fan.
it, man.
I'm not. I
We
mean,
when are we go? I'm gonna say it one more time. Say it one more time. You kick this ant pal, we're gonna bite you, and the other one's gonna rebuild. Shut your mouth and listen, man. You're making me sick.
Thank you.
Our people are dying. Our people are hungry. Our people are being set outdoors, and we sitting here trying to talk to someone who think we just a celebrity or something. Man, shut your mouth and grow up. Go pick some
And he
cotton.
doesn't
Maybe you
want to be
understand.
educated.
Have you
We
ever
struggling.
heard of
Why you think your
FDR,
parents
Young
brought
Man
you over here?
Majestic?
Of
Your
course he
parents brought
hasn't.
you over
I
here
mean,
because
Have
it's
I heard
better.
of
We
what?
made it better.
Have you ever heard of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR?
Nah, man, hell with it. Hey, y'all have a good night. Be safe. Love y'all, bro.
I
Thank
couldn't
you.
hear you
Bye,
over
Sean.
scroll. Could you say that? Yeah, have I heard of who?
Have you ever heard of Franklin Delano Roosevelt? Delano Roosevelt. My apologies. That's his middle name, Delano.
That was a president, I'm assuming.
Yes, he
Right.
was. He was a
Yeah.
president. Are you familiar
How do you say it?
with the works acts that he put in place?
No.
I didn't think you were. Part of the works acts that he put in place was to actually put into the historical records the slave narratives in oral history.
That never happened.
Facts.
Slavery didn't happen.
Not the way that they're trying to say that it happened. That's
Facts.
not how it happened because a lot of us didn't come up on here on ships. A lot of us were already here.
My
Thank
family
you.
was here.
So let me tell you
I
how we
only
know. Let
speak
me
to the
tell you. Hold
fact
on.
that they took it down historically, people.
Let me tell you how we know, because we're the most documented people on the planet. It's all documented. They had something called an American Negro. They had something called an African Negro, and they had something called an American Creole. Did you know that? Those are classifications that they had in America, who were slaves. Why would they have to say American Negro if he wasn't from America? And Negro is just like saying black. Why would they have to specify African Negro?
I
And
mean,
then
they're
whatever his job title was, if there wasn't an African Negro on this land? Why would they have to say Creole or mulatto if it wasn't so? You see what I'm saying? So that's how we know, no matter how hard they try to cover it up, all we gotta do is go back to the actual documents that still exist.
And
They
then
said,
and then on top
the
of that,
American Negro was worth more than the African Negro. Why was that? Not because he was African, but because he didn't know the land here. He wasn't from here. He didn't have skills. The American Negroes were, let's keep it a buck. They're really the ones who built America. They had the skill. They
Cost the
built the
most
White
because they
House.
was getting land with the
They
Negro.
built the White House. And guess what happened? They put them all in slavery and said, you're going to have a baby with this person because it was a breeding farm. They knew they couldn't
because
get
they
a
was
bunch.
trying to
They
mix us
knew
in
they were
together.
losing money bringing Africans over here because the trip was 4 months long and stacking them on top of each other just wasn't working. A lot of them got sick and they had to throw overboard because they didn't want to get the other one sick. So only a short amount of Negroes, African Negroes, actually made it over here. So they said, man, we got to take some of these indigenous and mix them in with the Africans.
And make
And
them
then they created a whole
and
new
take
group of
away
ethnic
books, take away our rights for us to read. Then they stick a Bible in our face. Then they brainwash us, and then they say this is what you need to do, and this is how you gonna get true salvation. And they change the story. It's so much to it.
And
yeah.
majority of them was children.
No, exactly. That's my point. Like, of course, it's a terrible history that definitely affected and definitely still affects the way that Black Americans live now. But
This is what you got to understand. Hold on, Abraham. What's going on in
What's
your
that
background, brother?
I
noise?
can't.
You're way too
Mm.
loud. But hold on,
Hey,
brother, because
Majestic,
honestly, brother, you're too young. I got to get you up out of here because we
let
got
me
to
tell
come.
him one thing before you go. Hey, Majestic, when
Go
you
ahead.
come on a live like this with strong elder FBA, is 8 of us on here. You looking at probably over $500,000 right here, or more. So that
No, you're
narrative
looking at
that you
over a
trying to
million.
paint,
Exactly.
Over a
so that
million.
narrative, yeah. So that
I
narrative
okay.
you trying to
Over a
paint,
million. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
trying to
it
paint
ain't gonna
I'm
work,
narrative.
sorry.
brother.
I have Black American
It's people
friends
way more
that
than that.
have way more
Yeah.
money than me.
But
So
hold on, but Jesse, this is what I want you to understand and know.
Oh, yeah, Black American.
We do not hate Africans. We don't. We don't. We have no issue with. We have no issue. I will. I'll let you speak. I have no issue, and nobody in here has issue with anybody coming from Africa. But what we
My
do,
son-in-law African.
hold on. What we do have issue with is the
That
tethered
bullshit.
class that comes over here, or that spawns from. Okay, the tether class. Their whole objective is to denigrate Black Americans and put themselves above us. Their whole mindset is to get what Black Americans have and use it for their group. Their whole
Exactly.
A
mind,
la Roland Martin.
their whole mindset is to undermine Black Americans when they get into a position of power. Whether it's correctional officer in prison, because we know about what's going on in prison with the correctional officers who are tethers, law enforcement. We know what's going
Yep.
on with the tethers in law enforcement. Okay,
Yep.
politics. We definitely know the secret meetings that they've been having, and then they want to join our reparation group, and they're there to prevent us from getting reparations.
That's right.
And
Exactly.
then on top of that,
And
what they're
those
doing,
are the people that we have an issue with. If you're a regular African coming over here and you're like, you know what, I respect Black Americans and the work that they've done, and you know what, anything I can do to be a help to Black Americans, I will be. But I'm here, we don't even care if you're just here to make your money and go. We don't even care. Go make your money
Ain't our
and go.
business.
But stay out of Black American business and never ever wag your finger at a foundational Black American when all we got to do is point at your homeland.
That's it.
I saw a live today where there were Africans in there showing pictures of the slums in Africa, and they were looking for donations and asking people who wants to help fix this. That's the room that you need to be in.
Exactly.
yes. And
Focus on
that's
that.
the city and the town that you
Not
should want to pour in and to help and to bring a
You
and
need to
to
be
be the
in a
change.
WhatsApp group or something with other Africans trying to fix the problems in Africa. And
Hmm.
maybe you might have a place that we might want to flee to.
Yes.
But
Hmm.
right now, right now we're doing fine where we're at.
Hmm.
There's nowhere for us to flee to that's better than what we got here. So we gonna fix and do everything on this land and make it better for us like we always have.
All
And
that
that's
he said we went,
all we're
all that
saying.
he said we been through, we ain't ran. We still
So,
here.
brother, you're 18. You're welcome to sit
They
in the
running.
comments and
And
learn.
everybody's story is not the same.
But
That's
but we're
right.
not. But we
Sure
can't. We
isn't.
can't continue. We can't continue to have a conversation on a. We can't lower ourselves down to your level. We got to stay at
my
this level.
level.
We got to
What is
stay.
my level?
This is high level. Your level is not our level, brother. You're 18.
This is
You
so
got a.
funny.
You got a lot to learn, brother. You got a lot to learn. And whatever your parents, I'm gonna tell you right now, whatever your parents told you about Black Americans, they were wrong.
My parents never told me anything about Black Americans.
That's what you told us when you came
No,
on this live in the
no,
beginning. I
brother.
think you need, I don't think you have realized some of the things that you've said
Yeah.
and how you backtrack on some of the stuff that you've
What did
said.
I
And then
say?
how
My
you
parents
came.
said.
Hey guys, I think culturally everybody has a stereotype that they use for each other. But I mean, at the end of the day, once you're black with the black color, you are African. That's where your DNA and your ancestry fall in.
Brother, where are you from?
I'm
Perception
Liberian.
only, brother.
Me,
That's
me.
Hold on.
perception
I'm
only.
sorry, I
Majestic,
can't.
Majestic, I gotta drop you, but you're welcome to sit in the comments, brother. But you're just again, this is not the room for you, brother. Go find that room where you're gonna rebuild the slums in Africa. Abraham, where you from, brother? Where you
Me.
from?
I'm Liberian.
Okay, that's
Oh
why you're
boy.
talking like that.
Here
See,
you
you
go
Because
came
again.
in here saying,
you
Here
want to
you go,
make
sis.
everybody from Africa. We're not, brother.
No,
Here
You're
you
the
from
thing
go,
is,
too.
Liberia,
the
but we're
thing
not
is,
from Africa,
So
brother.
the
if
We're
thing
I
not.
may
is, the
ask,
thing
can I
is,
ask a question?
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm listening to you guys talk. I've traveled the world a few times. I'm not the most knowledgeable. I'm not the most traveled either. But
And let me explain something to you.
Let him
If there
finish,
was
baby.
a if
Let him
there
finish,
You
baby.
hold
gotta
on,
let
out
people
of
finish.
respect, can I
You
listen to
gotta
you
let
guys
people
ask for the
finish.
floor? Can I have it, please?
But obviously, O'Neal, you did cut off Abraham because he was speaking. But
No,
I'll
I
give
was
you
just
30
asking if
seconds.
I could have the floor, you know.
I'll
So
give you 30. Well, I'm host, and I'm giving you 30 seconds. So
okay,
go.
if I may ask, so what I if I wasn't hearing properly, you guys are saying that you're Americans, you're not Africans, right?
Correct.
No,
Huh?
Correct. Correct. No,
no,
Okay,
correct. Correct. We have
okay,
African descent, but we're
uh-huh.
not continental. We're not continental Africans, brother. We've been here for
Oh,
400 years.
okay, I see. Because I
We've
knew,
been here for 400
no.
years.
I'm
I
not
know that,
African at all.
I know that the Africans that came over here from that created the Olmec Society down there in Mexico, a lot of
Exactly.
them are Americans. I know that for a fact. I mean, even though the sister is saying she's not African, you are. We are all Africans by
No,
Oh
descent.
I'm
yeah.
not,
No,
sir.
we're not. No,
No,
we're
I'm
not.
not,
A lot.
sir.
Some of us are Indian,
No,
indigenous.
sir. I'm
Like no,
indigenous.
no,
Hey,
yeah.
Then my
hey,
sister,
the
who
I
the
will
origins
go
of
and
the
say
Indians
this
were
again.
black. That is
Pangea was a
Why is my
real
skin this
thing,
color,
and
sir?
the global rift
Because
and the
it's this
global
color.
walk of our people
Can I
from
answer your
one
question,
continent
brother?
to another
Hold on.
continent did happen.
I'm about to kill the argument right now that we're Africans. Okay. If you
Okay,
go
go
back
ahead.
400 years ago, what did they call the continent of Africa 400 years ago?
I don't know. Can you
You
enlighten
don't
yeah,
me?
know,
There you go.
yeah, tell us.
Morans? You don't know.
But we're all
See,
Africans.
I don't know because I'm
But
not
we're
from
all
Africa.
Africans, and you're
I
just
don't know.
admitted that it didn't even have the name that it has today.
No,
No, it did
the
not.
thing,
It did not. It was given by the slave
So
master.
why
It
are
had
you
another name.
so by your own logic, why would you call Black Americans African, brother? We're not African.
Yeah,
But that is where a lot of. But remember this:
We're
Christopher
not African,
Columbus.
brother. We're not African,
Christopher,
brother. You're
hold
not
on, hold on.
African, brother. You're
Who?
Caribbean. You're Caribbean.
No, 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 no. My roots are from there. My roots
You're
are from there. And you
Caribbean.
know what? It
You're
is not.
Caribbean.
Which is this is something
400
I've
years
learned since I've
ago,
been.
that term didn't even
My,
exist.
okay,
500
my
years
brother.
ago,
Okay,
that term
let's
didn't
agree.
even
Let's
exist.
agree to disagree. If I
No,
may
we're
say
No,
we're
we're
gonna
not
this.
going to
stand
agree
on
to
truth.
disagree.
We're gonna stand
We're
on
going to
truth, and you're
simply
going to
say that
admit
what
that you're
you
not
didn't
African
know
because you're not a
was more than you
continental
knew.
African. African is a new term, brother. Just like all the countries in
Okay.
Africa are new.
And this is
Okay.
also a
Okay.
way that they have systematically also brainwashed us. When we do
Uh huh.
applications for jobs and for housing, we don't get the option to put on there what are true. We just have to settle for African American. So that's also another way that they have systematically brainwashed us to think that we are all from there as well too. But that's what
Okay.
we just have to put because that's the only option they have given us.
Okay,
hey,
brother. I
hey,
gave
O'Neal,
you
how old
30.
are you?
hey,
I gave you 30
has
seconds, O'Neal.
anybody
I want to go back to Abraham.
has anybody seen that psychology experiment where they take a child when they're very young and place them in the wild with a surrogate parents, and they don't teach that child how to speak English and so on and so on. I feel like that's the same thing that happened with certain people from our
If you
race.
are embedded in a culture, you are going to learn the culture. That
Yeah,
is
but
without
exactly you,
question, sir.
but
Whether
exactly
or not you
black.
actually have ties and lineage ties to the land is the issue. Do
Yeah,
you not see the
but
difference?
but there's
Do
something
you
called,
not see the difference, sir?
okay. For instance, if
An
any of
adopted person to the land is not native to the land, correct?
you're still native because you still carry our DNA
How are
traits.
No,
you
it don't.
native
We
if
don't even
you've
all have the
I
adopted?
don't
same
even
blood
know where
type.
your
We
DNA
do have
came
the same
from.
blood
I'm
type.
not
You do
there.
know what Hoblo groups are, right, Abraham?
Say that again.
You know what Hoblo groups are, right?
What's that?
Okay, you do understand that we all have DNA markers, right? You
Man,
know, you understand that, right? Do you
I
know
feel
If
like,
the
that's too
black?
much for you, get off the
Do
panel.
you know
hey,
that the
hey, man.
Black American? Listen up, brother. Do you know
Uh
the
huh.
Black American DNA is unlike any other DNA in the world.
Man, I feel
Most
like that's
people,
a
hold
lie
on,
that they
brother.
tell
Hold
y'all
on,
all the
brother.
time.
Get
Most
off the
Y'all be
panel,
It's
my
thinking
brother.
not, and
How
that's
old are you?
oh man.
listen,
How old are you?
because
listen.
like right now, if I look at you, you look like one of my
How
uncles.
old? Don't say
It's
anything
not
else
like
other
you
than
think.
your age,
Listen,
sir.
brother.
You
Don't
look
say anything else other than your
you
age.
look like one of my uncles,
Don't say anything else other than your age, sir.
Because
brother,
we look alike does not
It
necessarily
does
brother.
that does
yes, it
not mean
does.
anything just
anything.
How
because no, it
old
does
are you,
not. No,
sir?
it
Okay,
does.
so
Child.
There
why
is
do
a
all the
Mexican.
Chinese
Hold on, brother. There is.
Chinese
Hold on,
people
brother.
and
Hold
the
on, brother.
Japanese
Hold
you
on,
call them you
Abraham.
classify them
Don't
as
overtalk
Asian?
the host, brother. Don't do that. I'll have
Because
to
they
mute you
check
up.
the box on the
Hold on.
application
Hold
just
on.
I
Let me
just
say this.
explained that to you.
Hold on. Let me say this. Did you know that there is a Mexican Tupac and then there's an Indian Snoop Dogg? Does
see.
that mean anything? Because they look alike. There's a Mexican Tupac,
Amen.
the Indian Snoop Dogg. So does that mean that Tupac is Mexican, or does that mean Snoop Dogg is Indian?
No,
No,
but
That's like
no.
trying to determine paternity based on
There's
looks. Like that's
people
crazy.
have there's such thing as a doppelganger or whatever they call them. There's that's such a thing.
okay, guys. Also, too, we got to realize, Africa had one of
I'm
the
still
greatest.
waiting for your age, sir.
I'll give you my age once I'm done with this. Africa had one of the
No.
greatest
Answer this part
civilizations.
first, and you can continue. I'm not going to stop you from saying what you're
Wild
saying,
guess,
but I
under
would
30
like
for
your
sure.
age first,
Okay,
sir.
sir, I'm 32 years old.
Ooh,
Thank you.
surprise.
Not difficult to answer.
Okay, and then to finish off, I'll say Africa had one of the greatest civilizations, and we did explore the whole world. We conquered the whole world, including the Americas. And we have people over here that could be an evidence that could base off that some Black Americans are not from
Okay, let me
Africa.
ask you this
Well, they're
question,
not from
brother.
Africa, but
Let me
still,
ask you this. I know that when I go this route, people start acting crazy. But have you
yeah.
ever heard of the ancient Samaritans or the Emerald Tablets? You ever heard of those things?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I've heard about those things because Billy Carson talks about them and so on. But those are
I'm not talking
for
about what Billy Carson, how he interprets. I'm talking about how
Really?
there's an actual
Have you
tablet
done your
that
own research into
predates
them, sir?
all
have I
that.
done my own research into them? I mean I don't really look at
Should.
things like that.
You should. You
Because like
should, because here's the thing. Just because they talk about African history doesn't
yeah,
mean that's all the history that we're supposed to know about, brother.
no,
There were
I
things
know.
going over here in the Americas that just wasn't talked about. If you ask the ancient Mayans who built the pyramids, you know who they're going to tell you built the pyramids, and the Mayans. The Mayans will tell
Uh,
you Black Americans, darker skinned people
yeah.
came over and taught us the game and built
Came
these
okay,
fantastic monuments,
came
and then
over
they
from where?
left.
Came
No,
over from where?
it's not came from where.
Hmm.
They were here.
Okay, brother. The
There
thing
was
is,
no, hold on,
okay,
brother. There was no Africa. This is what you don't understand, brother. There was
uh-huh.
no Africa 10,000 years ago. It was not called Africa. You
No,
keep
What
on
brother.
was it
tying
called? What was it called?
keep on to tie
What?
in Africa and all this. Africa had many names: Skull Island,
Hey,
Acadia
brother.
Land,
I'm gonna just say this.
Ethiopia. It was
This is
all.
the
It had many names.
Moreland.
this is the deception of the great serpent. If you see South America, why the
Oh
biggest snakes
God.
are in South America, such as the anaconda. This goes back to the people of the snake with Saint Patrick and getting rid of the snake. We had a lot of knowledge. We traveled the oceans.
And we do too. We
When
do
you
too.
speak of
We
St.
have
Patrick, are
ancient
you speaking of
pyramids
the
over here in
Irish saint?
America. We
It's
have
Okay,
more
ancient
so
pyramids in
pyramids
America
hold
than
in
on,
it
brother.
is in
America.
Africa.
Hold
That
on,
it
brother.
Yeah.
started
Do you
in
know?
America and then it went to Africa and then it
Yeah.
went to the European.
No,
We
no,
are the
no, no,
Hold
Thank you,
on,
no,
original.
sis.
You
hold
need
on,
to
hold
understand.
on,
no,
hold
honey.
on, hold on. You
It's
America,
more
keep right.
pyramids in America
Hold
than it
on.
is in Africa. Then
We
do
got
your research.
no, America
hold
is
on,
a
Do
no
your
listen.
man land.
research.
Hold on,
America
Abraham.
doesn't
Listen,
belong to anybody. It's a no
Abraham,
man
Listen.
land.
Abraham,
But who are you
Crazy.
talking?
Hold on.
Whoa,
Then
Hold
why
on.
did
Hold
whoa,
he?
on.
whoa.
Hold
Okay,
on,
yeah.
folks.
listen, y'all.
Hold on.
Do
Hold
not
on. Hold on,
America
overtalk the
is a
folks.
host.
no
I
man
will
land.
start muting people and dropping
We are
people.
Wow.
Don't do
fighting.
it.
We cannot learn
Don't.
from each other like this. We have to take
Hold
it.
on,
America
brother.
is
I'm the host
wow.
and I'm talking. Do you know that we have 2,200 pyramids in the Americas? Do you
That
know that,
part.
Abraham?
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you know
aware of
that?
it.
Do
I'm
you
aware
know
of
that
it.
that's more than they have in Africa?
That part.
Yeah,
And
because
where's Egypt?
So think about that. I want you to think about that. Why
And
do
where's
you have
Egypt, bro? Tell him where Egypt.
more?
Where is Egypt? Tell him, bro. Tell him too much.
Why do you have? Why he's not ready for that, and I don't even want. I don't even want to go. You know, if I
Don't
go
okay,
give it
there,
to him,
it's
baby.
gonna go off into
I
100 things.
respect you for that.
okay,
Don't
Be
give
brother.
it to him.
patient,
If I
sister.
go
Just be
there,
patient.
it's just gonna open
Don't
up
give
a
it to him.
whole lot, and I don't want to do that. But I know what you're talking about, sis. I do. I trust me.
Don't give
Okay,
it to him.
but I'll
Yeah.
say it
Oh
like
yeah,
this:
cause
I
So
respect
I'm
that.
so
definitely ready. I'm prepared.
22.
so so do
Okay,
you can you tell me? Can you
Hold
tell
on.
me?
King
Yeah.
Tut's tomb.
Mm-hmm.
King Tut's tomb was found here in America, son.
Okay.
Tell him where.
Kentucky.
Ah,
Okay.
And that's one of the oldest tombs.
Okay, brother. If you could answer this simple
And
question for me, and I'll believe whatever you're saying. Why is
What?
there a serpent on top of a? Why did we worship the serpent back in the day, through ancient time? Why is there a serpent on top of every Egyptian mask that you
because that
see?
is the woman. That is the woman. That is the great divine feminine woman.
Okay,
They
give it to him, sis.
okay.
Oh
So
Lord, listen,
the the
listen.
reason
Everybody,
the
Wait a minute,
reason.
brother. Listen for the
come
rest of
on.
the answer
I don't
before
want
you
Okay.
to.
ask
Yep.
I
another
don't.
Go ahead.
question,
Hold on.
okay?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't even want to go there because that's where we're gonna really just differ and go off into something that I don't want to go off
Now
into.
that is true too.
I'll be honest with y'all because there's a whole thing about the serpent and who the serpent really. I don't want to do that.
I want to get into it. I came to learn.
No,
You see, I ain't
no,
saying too much. I ain't gonna
no,
talk about what I don't know
Hey,
about. I'm not like
hey
these other
guys,
panel
I'll
people.
let somebody
we
else who
all
wants
been
to have that
deceived by the
because it's going
master
to get off into
deceiver. That's all it
feminism
is.
and masculine, and we don't. I don't want to do all that. I just want to keep it FBA.
Okay.
Okay, because we don't have. There's no gender war in FBA. We don't. Our women are powerful. Our men are powerful. Women
Exactly.
don't use your power against men. Men don't use your power against women. Interdependency. Combine your power and let's get on code and do what we need to do. That's
Okay.
it. Women, you say it with your chest. Men, we're gonna say men are not walking on eggshells around women. We're not, women be humble when you're talking to men, and men have grace when talking to your woman because she's emotional. That's it. That's it. And
But
that's how we
brother,
need all that divine and all. Listen, we're all divine. We're all God's children. We're all chosen.
hold up. But
And
brother,
let's
can I
leave
ask
it
you a
at that
question?
because if we go any off into any other, it's just gonna get. It's just not gonna be good. So let's
Can I?
just keep it FBA. And that's it. If y'all want to have those conversations, go do that in another live and build it up and do what y'all got to do. But
Can,
let's
can I?
respect each other in this live.
Can
And
I
I let
say something?
everybody say with their chest. I don't silence women. I don't silence men. Say it with your chest. I don't silence tethers. Say it with your chest because we want to hear.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Also, too, the reason why the whites had to come to America in order to strengthen their civilization, because here, that sacred knowledge of the serpent lies here in America. That's why when they came here, after 400 years, boom, all of a sudden technology spiraled out of the place. You got cars, you got cell phones, you got this, you got electricity, and so on and so
No,
on.
no,
Yeah,
no,
No,
no.
you know
No, we
why?
already
You know
had
what it
that.
was?
I love how you ignore what the Catholic Church did to knowledge during this particular period of history,
Let me
sir.
tell you what it
That
was,
is just
brother.
astounding to me.
yeah,
That is
but
just
I mean,
You
astounding to
had
me how much
foundations.
you just throw away how much Catholicism
Listen.
I mean,
destroyed
You
at the
knowledge.
end of the
had the
day, the
uncivilized.
Catholic
Hold on,
Church is
hold
just
on,
another
hold
Please
on,
get
white
to.
hold on,
supremacy
Abraham.
thing.
Hold on, Abraham. You had the uncivilized tribes who had the knowledge. The ones that they didn't like. The ones they called uncivilized because they looked like West Indians to them. They were Negroes. They had the game. They had the skills. They had the architecture. They had the Coopers. They had the gold. They had everything that they wanted that knowledge. So they needed to take it one way or the other. And the problem with the problem with Black Americans even today and indigenous people all over the world is we're too nice
Too forgiving.
and forgiving. We were like, you know what? They don't know any better. Let's just deal
Hmm.
with them.
And a
Um,
Let's just
lot of
help
us
them out.
have
Let's give
unknowingly.
them knowledge they don't deserve so they can get to our level and maybe they'll treat us better.
Hmm.
That's what we thought. And boy, will we wrong. But let me tell you like this. The meek shall inherit the earth.
That part.
And
That's
meek
true.
doesn't mean weak. It just means we don't have to use your weapons. Our
But I
weapon,
think
our DNA is weaponized.
You understand that the greatest gift that
And
the African
reparation.
continent gave to the continent or the rest of the planet was knowledge?
Our melanated skin is our power. And it destroys anybody who gets within a vicinity, within 20 yards of us. If you're not our color and you hang around us too long, guess what? We're going to mix and you're going to become us. That's our power.
I mean,
And everybody knows that's why YT people want to separate and have a separate state, because they know when they get in proximity of black, what happened to Spain when the Moors came over there?
exactly. That's what I'm
Spaniards
saying. That's the power.
became
That's the
Moorish.
power of the people of the serpent.
What happened to the Portuguese when the Moors came in and rescued them from all of Europe from dying out, from unaliving out? That's what happened.
They gave them knowledge, brother. They made them bathe when they told them stop sleeping with your cows and pigs.
Dogs.
Hold on. A melanated being by default, you're going to become us. We're not going to become you. That's why we are going to inherit the earth. I watched an interview the other day, and they asked this white woman, why do you like the black man? And she said, because I want to give my kids a chance to live. I know that you guys have the dominant gene, and I need to mix in with y'all so I don't die out. They know all YT knows this.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's why they have, hold on, that's why they sell melanin. And it's more expensive than gold. Did you know melanin is more expensive than gold?
Yeah, I know.
There's these pills that you can buy that gives you melanin. And it's more expensive than gold. Why? Because
And Sammy Sosa threw his away.
we are the true currency of the world. Melanated,
A2, can I say something?
colored skin.
A2, can I say something? The war ain't even against the black woman, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's against the black man. The black man is the threat, and has always been since the white man or any man laid his eyes on him. It's the fight against the black man. He get the most fight. You understand?
Everything about this particular structural society is set up against the black man. It's not set up against any other minority group.
That's why
it's set up structurally against the black man.
That's why black
It's
women.
been against the black man.
Listen, that's why never disrespect. I don't care what low state the black man may be in or you're dealing with. Don't ever disrespect the black man, because that's the only protection you're ever gonna have.
It's the black man.
The black man out the picture, it's over.
That's it. And I'm gonna say this.
They want black. That's why they want to show black men in skirts. That's why they want black.
They want to
men.
feminize them. That's right.
Homosexual, the LGBT.
That's why they put estrogen in all the food here, because they want to take away that masculine energy. They can't take the melanin out, but they can take the masculine energy out of a man. Right. Figured it out.
Guys, but that shit is they're doing it to us, but it's working against them too. Because at the end of the day,
of course, because the Most High never has forsaken us, brother. He's given us the power. The reason why the Most High don't step in, and we're always complaining that he don't step in, because he's like, man, listen, you're stronger than what you think you are.
What your enemy had planned for you, he uses against the enemy.
Show you that you got more power. That your power is, I clothed you in it. Your hair that grows up like this is an electric conductor. That's why everybody wants to rub your hair for good luck, because they understand the power and the energy that comes with that.
That's why they want us to cut out to cut your dreads.
Yeah, cut your locks. Yeah.
Let nobody touch my hair.
That's why they used to make us wrap our heads up.
Why you don't touch my hair?
You all understand the story of Samson and the sect that Samson belonged to? I'm not a religious person by any stretch or the imagination, but you understand this. Samson belonged to a sect that devoted themselves to the Lord, and part of their worship was growing their hair out in dreads.
That's right.
Locks.
He got his, thank you, Sister Locks. He got his strength from his locks. When his locks, after Delilah, he revealed his secret to Delilah because it was a secret in the family.
I'll throw this
When
in.
he revealed that secret out of the family,
I'll throw this in.
then his strength became weakened. However, once his locks came back or his hair grew back, his strength came back.
So I'll say this. I'll throw this.
Same thing
I'll
today.
throw this in as a tidbit, and I want you women to hear, and I don't want you to argue this. Stop saying you want your men to be vulnerable.
No.
Men never be vulnerable in front of your women. Don't do it.
No. You want a
Hearken to the
man.
story of Samson and Delilah. Your woman does not need to know everything that you're dealing with out there.
Not in them streets.
Right.
Not in the streets.
Right.
Keep it a buck. Don't ever try to be vulnerable in front of your woman and tell her things that she don't need to know. Because it's difficult for a woman not to use that manipulation against you. Just like
Against you. Yep.
You keep your power, you keep your strength, you stand on business, and you trust the Most High and the ancestors. And you get
can I say something?
Know about what you battled, the better, because she just needs to know that all things is good. And all
My
things
grandmama say you don't tell your left hand what your right hand doing all the time, baby.
I like your grandma, baby. I like your grandma.
This ain't no gender war. This is just what it is. Women always need to know that they're with a man because they need to feel that protection.
That's
the moment
security.
they don't feel protected, you're not. You might as well leave that relationship because she's gonna walk over you.
That's security.
If you give a woman the pants, she's gonna wear it. Especially our melanated sisters. They're powerful like that. They know it.
You have to be.
Let me tell you how powerful our sisters was. What's her name? Madam 𝗔𝗂𝘁𝗁. Y'all know who that is?
Yes.
There you go.
My hairstyle.
Yes. Woman that built up Harlem. She built
Black
Harlem.
billionaire.
She built Harlem.
Yeah.
And she did it by taking the power from white men. She started a bank, y'all.
Yeah.
She did it because she was like, all these tricks were just telling her their secret. And she was like, oh, I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that. And have them big. That's what women do. You give a woman something, she's going to use it.
A black one gonna take off.
Only give her something. Only give her what she needs to know so she can benefit you. Don't do anything other than that.
Y'all forgive me for this, but I'm gonna say this in its bluntness. A woman is a multiplier.
That's right.
It is just her nature. It's not, she's not, it is just who she is by her nature. I'd say this as a joke, and please understand, I mean this as a joke.
Hold on. Our women are the most powerful women on the planet.
Exactly.
Melanated woman is the most powerful woman.
We bring souls to this planet.
If it wasn't for the listen, I'm gonna give y'all some ancient knowledge real quick. For a long time, this was a prison camp, and they could not reproduce. If it wasn't for the divine of the black woman that allowed men to reproduce, white women wouldn't even be able to reproduce. They couldn't do it until they got what? A godlike being with another godlike being, and then they had offspring. So be careful.
See?
We're powerful people, and God put everything in our DNA. And he said, figure it out. Because he's a real parent. He doesn't get involved. He said, I gave you the power. Now figure it out.
Ladies, again, this is a joke, okay? I'm going to give y'all one sperm, but I expect 60 trillion cells back, okay?
Come on.
You a multiplier by nature.
Understand.
It's my job to make sure that what you get is multiplied fruitfully.
There's a reason why. I gotta figure out how to say this. Why LGBTQ was banned for a long time. There's a reason why, because that's what was going on when there was no women here. Men were taking power from other men. And
it was called Greek culture and society for historical reference.
That changed because the men really wanted women. but there wasn't none here first. And that's where you get this degenerate culture that is prevalent mostly. Let me tell you, most of your YT supremacists, if you really know their history, they're LGBTQ. That's what they do. They've been buck breaking. They've been doing it because, let's keep it a buck. That's where they come from.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey guys, can I ask you a question? Do y'all think this matrix that we live in now, that we call the modern world, this is the very peak of the white man's whole belief from the beginning? This is when he envisioned enslaving us, dethroning us. This is
The
where,
alpha over the beta males, correct.
this is where he saw himself at. Do you think this is a perfect matrix? Do you think this is ideally what God wanted us to have?
I think your definition of peak and valley are vastly different. I think this is the decline of that particular genre of history and this particular
It's not no
sect of
matriarchal
human
society.
history. It is not the height or the pinnacle, it's the decline. Because we are all becoming aware of the fallacy of YT supremacy.
Yeah.
And when we at a heightened condition decide that enough is enough, that is decline. That is not height. Height was 1940s. Okay?
Serious decline.
You can beg all you want.
That was height.
Because knowledge is power.
You can beg all you
And
want.
we have knowledge now. More knowledge
Exactly.
than our ancestors had.
That's not
Might
true.
not. Might have less. Way less. But either way, we had the knowledge of knowing that this ain't right.
Yeah, and I
They
definitely
made sure that we had the energy and the karmic power to get through that 1940s, 1870s,
Right. We have no
1960s
fear.
era.
We have no fear.
They made sure that we had that power.
We are fearless. It's different.
That answer your question, my young brother?
You see how Too Much give it to you? He give you straight, uncut knowledge. Straight out, straight off the
Hidden
top.
knowledge, and then there's forbidden knowledge. Hidden knowledge
And
is
if you
just
can't get it, you can't get it. And it
hidden
might
knowledge
not
is
be
just
for
right in your
you.
face.
It might not be for you. See?
Forbidden knowledge, they just locked away in the Vatican.
Yeah, we ain't even got all of it.
That's free. It's just right here in front of your face. You just don't know you just don't know why they're doing it. You don't know why these men on television are dressing up in dresses. You don't know
You
why.
only see the tree in front of your eyes, bro.
That's
You
it.
ain't seeing the forest at all.
That's it. You on the outside looking in.
You don't really understand what that snake is and wrapped around that stick or that rod. You don't understand what that is. You don't understand what all these triangles and this eye and all this stuff. It's right there in front of you.
And them numbers.
You don't understand. You don't understand what those hieroglyphics are saying on the wall of those pyramids. You don't understand what that pyramid really was doing, and that they were just walking from universe to universe, from dimension to dimension. You don't have no clue of what was really going on. You don't know why they were living 15,000, why there were dynasties on this earth that were living 15,000 years. And you don't know that this world was given over to the guy we know, we think we know as Satan, but his real name was Amun-Ra. We don't understand that. We're just living in this world. We don't know the many levels of heaven, that there are 7 of them. And the reason why he's the Most High God, we don't understand that there are other gods besides the Most High God.
Yeah. Well, because
it's not for you to understand, it's for you to seek and ye shall find.
Yeah. The reason why I asked that question too is when you look around this matrix, you see a lot of poverty. You see first world, third world. You see wars and so on. I mean, although maybe in ancient time there used to be war, but it's not like the way you see it now. There's more devastation. There's more poverty and things like that. So that's why I asked the question. Do y'all
I
think this
think
is
you're
a
seeing the
you know?
I think you're seeing the culmination of 500 years of YT supremacy coming to an end,
That's what I
not a
see.
height.
I see a system breakdown.
Exactly. You are looking at it as if it's still the greatest thing on the planet,
I see
not
wrong
grasping the
problem.
concept that it's crumbling from within.
And here's the
Mm-hmm.
fallacy. Here's the fallacy that all continental Africans fall under. You guys think you're next up, and that's the problem.
Mm,
You're not. You're trying to study the colonizer so you can be just like the colonizer. And I'm telling
mm.
you, that's not what the Most High has in mind.
No, the thing is, Africans as a whole, we don't really uh we don't although we can, but we don't really want to be supreme over any other being because the
No,
You
most
that's
know,
a
brother,
no, no,
I'm
no.
not
You
trying to be
don't.
funny, but I
we
really
can.
hate when one
You
particular
do.
person tries to speak for a whole group.
Yeah.
Listen,
No, the
listen.
thing
That's
is,
just out of pocket.
The
And
truth
y'all
That's
the
can't
just
even
thing
out
be
of
is,
supreme
pocket. You
over
got
each other.
54 countries over
this
there.
is the
You can't
hold on.
speak for
Can't even be
54
supreme over each
countries.
other,
okay.
bro.
Right. This
The
is the
thing is,
truth. You do
uh-huh,
want to be supreme. That's the truth. You
Hmm.
do want to be supreme. You can't get on code enough to do it.
no, the thing is, we don't want to be
No, you
supreme over
do.
any other
That's why
being
y'all won't listen. We know you
because
got. We know. Listen.
what's
We
the
know there are
benefit of
sleeper
being
cells.
supreme
Hold
over
on,
another
brother.
human being?
Hold on, brother. We know there are sleeper cells over here. We know that there are people in here trying to learn and become the white man when he leaves. We know that.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes, brother.
I'm gonna get
Just
ate
because
up.
you don't know about it, just because they didn't tell you about it, don't mean that that's what the plan is, brother.
Yeah.
You're
But
one.
the thing
They've
is,
been planning this for a long time, but their fallacy is off because
Way
You
you
don't
out.
know
think
why?
what, brother?
You
You
know
don't think
why?
what, brother? Let's
Way
You
hear
know
out.
what you
why?
think.
You know
okay,
why?
I don't.
Because Black Americans, we
Uh-huh.
actually stand for justice and fairness and righteousness, and we're
Right.
called to judge. We are Black Americans. We are called to judge and to judge righteously, brother.
That's
And when
true.
we see you continental Africans getting out of line, we have to call it out
That's
because that's
it.
what the Most High put in us to do,
And
to
it don't
call it
mean we hate
out
you
and
either.
stand on business.
That's true.
And it don't mean we hate y'all.
But
You
We
got
here's
a
the
problem
thing.
with Samuel from the
But here's
Bible?
the
I'm
thing:
just kidding.
when
For you
when
scriptural
that
and biblical
system
people, y'all got a problem with
falls,
Samuel?
when that system falls, he's going to replace it with a system of justice and righteousness and bring balance back to the earth. And it's
That's it.
and it's not going to last a long time. It's only going to last about a day, which is about 1,000 years. And then he's
And,
going to unleash the Kraken again.
and you call it a matrix, but it's not a matrix, brother. It's a curse.
Thank you.
but
And then when that happens, there's going to be a rumbling and a shaking in the heavens and the earth, and we're going to have a new earth.
here,
And there's
here,
going to be a new heaven.
here's the thing. This is my theory, right? I believe that God hated what happened so much to the Black American in this country that
No,
he
he
No.
then
loved us. You know what God said? He
no, I say
chastised. No, listen, brother,
he
because you don't
hated what
know.
happened.
Listen, brother, you don't know. Listen. He
Yeah.
chastises those whom he loves. And
Mm.
it's because he loved us that he allowed us to go into the furnace and cook. Because now that we're cooked and now that we're at this level that, listen, we got a new spirit and a new culture because of the Most High God.
Mm.
How do you
It
create a
wasn't because
diamond,
we were
brother?
cursed, and it wasn't because he needed us
Pressure.
to get. He needed to chastise us so we can
Because
come out well done, and we're well done.
because we didn't
Look
listen.
at the power that we have on the earth globally, and we're not a big group. We're a remnant. We're just a remnant, brother. We're a remnant of the whole earth, and look how much power we got. And
Hold
y'all don't
on.
even know. Y'all don't even really know how much power we really. We just showed y'all a little bit with this election.
Yeah. The thing is,
More is to come.
guys, I don't want to get caught up in this black black African thing, but all I'm trying to say is that us I mean I'm not speaking for all Africans, But as for me, I know one thing. Like you guys went through so much that God he basically abolished slavery through this technology that came forth. You understand? Because now you don't have to. You
Stop.
Y'all
yeah.
didn't go through nothing.
Stop.
Hey,
Y'all didn't
I'm
go through
Stop.
nothing.
Listen,
Slavery
brother.
was not abolished
I just want you
because
to
of
understand something.
some
I just want
divine
you to
intervention.
understand something
That
real
is
quick.
not what occurred.
I
There were
just want you to
multiple
understand something,
revolutions
brother.
and
I just want you to
reoccurring.
understand something, brother. Look at Liberia and look at Black Americans in America. We're not down bad at all like you think. We
Y'all
may
didn't go through nothing.
went through some things 400, 500 years ago,
But what?
but we stood on business every decade, every 100
Still
years.
is.
We stood on business, and
Still is.
guess what? We made sure that we invented things, that we built things, that we created things that nobody can take away from us.
Most all things
You're using most of our inventions in your home today,
right now.
and we're still doing it. We haven't stopped inventing nothing. We're still standing on business and doing phenomenal things. It's seen, it's evident. You're seeing it even right now. The way Black Americans operate and we move, especially when we move as a block, nobody can withstand it. When the Bible says one can slay 1,000 and two can slay 10,000, the only group of people he's talking about is foundational Black Americans, brother.
Yeah, that's true. But also too, we shouldn't get caught up in this because at the end of the day, if
Shouldn't get
Africans,
caught up in what, brother? Finish that
if
sentence first.
yeah, if Africans, we shouldn't get caught up in this African. Just because you were born here in America, you're different from an
No,
African
yes,
that
no,
came from
brother.
We
No,
overseas.
no.
are.
That's what I thought you. We
Yeah,
are
because
delineating in this aspect, brother.
yeah,
We are
I understand.
100%.
I understand you can it's a choice, I mean, not all Black Americans feel that way. They're like, for instance, there's a lot of Black Americans that go back to Africa, build houses, and they live there, and they see the
Nothing wrong
cultural
with that.
difference,
Nothing
and
wrong with
then
that because
they're just
I'm going
some.
to
they're
Thailand to
Americans.
build a house.
They
That don't mean
can.
I'm from Thailand.
Yeah.
I'm leaving in January to
There's
go to
nothing wrong
Thailand
with
to build
that.
a house.
There's
Don't
nothing
mean
wrong
I'm
with
from
that.
Thailand. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
No. But what I'm trying to say is some Black Americans, they want to do that. They want to go back and rekindle, that fire back with
They
where
probably
it
have
But
came
guess
from.
what
ancestors
they're
from
gonna find
Africa.
out when they
Yeah.
go back there and find out? They're gonna find out they're not really brothers. They're gonna find out that if they build too big out there, they're gonna get hated on and get
And
ran
they
from
not
the land.
Oh
welcome.
no,
And if
no,
they
no,
build
no.
on the wrong land, the chief gonna come and take that land back.
Oh,
Guess what?
Just like that.
oh no, no. I mean,
And
I
xenophobic
And
gonna
then, and
fix
then they're
it.
gonna
And
figure
xenophobic
out,
gonna
See, you're
yeah,
speaking to a certain minority
brother, I've been
number.
there. I've been there,
And what
brother.
we are saying is when that certain minority number goes over to Africa, they are then treated illy. They are not treated
yes.
kindly. That
At
same minority
all.
number.
Listen.
So you're
Africans are
speaking to a
very
very minority number,
hospitable
sir.
people, right? They're very hot, but they pay attention. And if they see you doing something that they know they can do, but you're doing it better than them, they're not gonna like that too much.
It's called xenophobic. They do it to each other.
They're not gonna like that too much, brother. I've seen it. Go ask my brother 𝗔𝗀𝘁, the biggest figure. He tried to go out there and build. Took his whole family out there, just uprooted family from Northern California and went right over into Africa. And you know how many scams? He was telling everybody to do it. Everybody. And you know what happened?
Y'all
Now he's
just
back,
more
now
for
he's back
stuff.
here. Now he's back here and he's like, listen, man, we gotta stand on business out here. Don't worry about what they got going on over there.
We from here.
yeah,
So
that's true though. Hey, you guys,
so
I
let's
think
just
I
keep it a
think you
buck.
guys should do what's best in your interest to reclaim
Yeah.
y'all
We
land.
think
Listen,
y'all
y'all
should
are
do the
here.
same thing.
Yeah,
Y'all need to do the same
We're
thing.
not falling for the Pan-African scam. We're Pan-Black
that's
Americans, brother.
that,
We're
that's true though.
100% B1
We
and
indigenous.
America and eventually the Americas.
Now
Right?
Yeah.
We have everything here. We don't need nothing. Listen, Africa's great, but they don't got nothing for us over there. There's none that I can get in Africa that I can't get in America.
no, that's true though. That's
All
true.
the resources, the natural resources. Listen, if we go country versus country, we got more resources. Now, if we go country versus continent, y'all got more resources. But if we add our continent versus your continent, then it's a different story.
How
Yeah.
long?
You see how that works?
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
So as long as what y'all need to do is go build Africa and make it great, and we want to visit y'all, and we want to kick it with y'all, and we want to one day have a truce. Cool. Hold on, President. I know you're working out there, brother, but we want to be cool. That's all we want. We want a business working relationship, a respectful relationship where we can do business with each other.
Let's see.
That's
All
it.
we want. We don't have to covet
This
what
life
y'all
on the
got over
battery?
there, and y'all don't got to covet what we got over here. But let's just be respectful about. We're at the end of the day, we're all melanated.
That's true.
At the end of the day, God gave us all power to withstand the enemy in our DNA. We don't need a weapon. We don't need to pick up a weapon at all. We got the real power that they want.
You scared to death.
And one day, after we delineate, after we get some straightening, we might be able to come together and say we're one people at one day. But that ain't today.
Ain't today.
That's
All
true.
right.
You're you and we're us.
I don't see why people don't have a problem with being them and us being us.
I'm
No,
saying
no,
be a proud African, and I'm gonna be a proud Black American.
no.
And
I don't understand
I'm
what's the
gonna
problem.
No,
and the only thing you need to make sure you get from us is this Black consciousness, because that's the
yeah.
only thing that's gonna liberate y'all.
But
If y'all don't get
brother,
this Black consciousness
brother,
over
you
here, you can't live.
you know, with me being Liberian, and you know that
I
if
know
you
the
know a
history of
little,
Liberia. I
yeah,
know.
you know that it was built by free slaves. So I'm an
I know.
ancestor. My ancestors were the
Mm-hmm.
one that left
Well,
America and went back to
Americans,
Africa. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
I know.
Yep.
Americans
So
kidnapping, taking it over
I
there.
know.
no, they
I
went there
know.
willfully. They went there
I
willfully. They
know,
wasn't kidnapped.
but guess what? They got tricked over there, brother, because they lost that spirit of Mojara. They lost it.
No, the thing
Y'all
is
don't have
the reason why they
y'all don't
lost
have
it
the
is
same
because
spirit as the Black Americans do.
no, the reason why they lost it is because they went over there and started doing the same shit the white man was doing. They were using the indigenous people, mistreating them for several years, several hundred
That's the
years.
point, brother.
There you go.
Yep.
So that's
Whenever we pick up the tools of somebody else, we don't win. But whenever we keep to the power that the Most High gives us,
Of
that's how we
us,
win.
yeah.
And that's the Most High chastising us, saying, "Listen, go back, don't do that, do this." And when we listen and we get on code, we're blessed. When we don't listen, the Lord chastises those whom He loves.
Yep.
yeah. But I think y'all should reclaim y'all land because, like, I think this land truly belongs to the Black
It's
Americans
coming.
and so on.
It's
So
coming.
I think
Brother,
y'all should reclaim it.
listen. We know this: the meek shall inherit the earth.
The earth,
That's
We are
it.
yeah.
the meek.
When I get a
So
chance to talk, thank you.
hold on, President. Hold on. The
Sure,
meek
sure,
shall
brother.
inherit the earth, brother. And our tools are not their tools. Our weapons are not their weapons. We wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Exactly.
but against spiritual powers and wickedness in high places. And that's our battle. Our battle is a spiritual warfare, not a physical one.
Exactly.
God gave us superhuman strength already. God gave us superhuman intellect already. We don't need to pick up.
Yahuwah gave me this also.
Hold on, President. I'm gonna let you speak. We don't need to pick up anything that they got. All we got to do is stand on what the Lord put in us. It's in our DNA. The power is there. He said you got a key. You just got to unlock some things in yourself. Everything, all your answers are inward, not outward.
Righteous are you. Righteous are you.
Seek inward and tap into the frequency of the Most High. That brings me to this point. Go download my book on prayer. Click the link in my bio. There's a book on prayer called Command Down and Download and Unleash the Power of Prayer. If you don't get on God's frequency, you can't download and receive anything He has. You can pray all you want to. You can make it a fancy prayer. You can do whatever you want to, and wonder why you're not getting that blessing. It's because you're not on the frequency of God. But when you rise to the frequency of God and you actually download from Him,
I know that's right.
it's game over. I got a book on prayer. I promise you that no book out there like it.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you so much
$5.
on that. And let me know when I
Get
can
the
speak
book on
also.
prayer. It's click the link in my bio. It's the one that says Linktree, and it's there. You get that book, and I dare you to read it and come back and tell me that it ain't the business.
I
I will
don't dare
refund
you
your
to
money
read
back
it.
and give you an extra
I
$5.
appreciate you to read this also.
President,
Hold on,
please be patient, brother.
hold on,
We
brother.
want to hear from you, but we need you to be patient, okay?
Hold on, brother.
All
And then,
right.
and then I'm gonna let
Thank you so much.
Electric talk. I'm gonna let, even though he came up here first, I'm gonna let Presidential speak because I didn't let him speak last time. Okay. So all I'm saying is get on the frequency of the Most High, and then come holler at me, and you'll be like, wow, I didn't know. Yeah, now you know, because now see you want to get vision. True vision is you got to see it in the spirit first. If you don't see it in the spirit, you're not really seeing anything.
I know that's right,
Because
brother.
it's already if you're seeing in the natural,
Yeah,
you don't really have vision. It's just
I
obvious at this point.
understand that also. Yeah. Thank you.
So go ahead, Presidential, and then I'm gonna go to I can't even say your name, but go ahead.
Oh,
Presidential, go ahead.
all right, it's Eli. This is my last name.
Okay. Let me go to Presidential, and then I'm gonna go to Eli.
I thought I could speak, but
Go ahead, brother.
thank you so much, brother. Right,
Go ahead.
right are you, says Yahweh. And when I complain to you, yes, I would plead my case before you. Why does the way of life of the wicked proper question mark?
Which scripture is that, brother? Because you seem to be reading from the Bible.
Yeah, I am. Okay, I'll tell you. That's Jeremiah.
Okay, there we go. While I understand we are speaking in a religious context to our historical plight,
It's not
this is
religious.
not a
It's not
religious
religious.
particular conversation.
This is not
All of
religious
us do
by
not
far.
practice of the same religion, brother.
This is not religious by far. This is not religious.
So what are you saying, and what does it have context to what we're talking about, brother? That's what I want to know.
Okay, it has meaning on the way of life. This is not a religious way. This is only the way man should hold himself at any time. Okay?
And I would only say to you, sir, that's generally our nature. That's how we wake up. That's how we walk every day. And that's how we eat. It's how we go to sleep.
Okay?
That is our nature to be that particular sect and or industry. That is just who we are.
This ain't no industry. They taught you on the industry and on a way.
I didn't grow up religious, sir.
I didn't.
I'm a person of extremely high character, high moral character. It has zero to do with my scriptural and or religious background.
I don't have no religion in me. For religion divided my people.
Okay, brother. Hey, Presidential, I'm trying. I'm just. It's real hard to understand where you're going with this. I know you're saying something, but let me go to Eli, and then we're gonna circle back one more time.
So I'm not allowed to.
No, brother, we just want you to make your point without being super religious in getting there.
Religious. I just told you I don't have no religion.
Okay, hold on, brother.
But you're quoting the Bible and you're reading scripture.
But religion divided my people out this book.
Okay, hold on, brother. I'm just saying. Listen, man, we got 142 people in here, and I don't think they want to necessarily hear. I don't think they understand what you're saying yet. So I'm gonna let you gather your thoughts, and I'm gonna give you one more chance. Let me go to Eli real quick. Hold on, Abraham. I'm gonna mute you real quick, because there's a lot going on in the feedback. Eli, go ahead.
All right. Well, I want to start with I just came in here and I have all the respect in the world for everybody in here and y'all. And I don't mean to ever bring any disrespect because I'm here to learn. Just what I say, I hope nothing comes across negative. And if there's anything I can learn from this, that's what I'm here for. Hopefully that's a positive thing there. And I didn't come in here until just a couple of moments ago when y'all were talking about, I guess, the land and everything else. But from where my learning and understanding and everything has come from is the melanated people were really here and built all these great things that have been covered up and not exposed to us before this Caucasian person ever even got here. I mean, that's my understanding. And I mean, if I'm wrong, you can tell me here, but the only thing I know about people being brought over here were the pictures of Caucasians being brought over here to try to bring their own thing, I guess, upon the people that were already here. And from what I've learned, the melanated or the people that were already here were the black people. Y'all were already here before we ever got here.
Yeah,
And
you're
y'all
right.
built great things and great empires and stuff, but it was all
Family, this is
covered
what I
up in
want
this
y'all to do.
clothes.
Family, I want you to Google
The extreme
Chicago.
violence of
Hold
the
on real quick.
Western neo-colonial powers
Hold on real quick.
is
I
why
want
that
y'all.
particular set of circumstances occurred.
I just want to bring context to what he's saying. I want y'all to Google Chicago 1893. And I want you to look at the city of Chicago and tell me what it looks like. That was built by foundational black Americans, by the way. 1893. Just Google it and look at the pictures. And then ask yourself why they had to burn it down. I want y'all to understand that a lot of the hills that you're looking at, those aren't hills. Why don't anybody?
The advancements of the 20th century were late.
Those
scene.
Those are actually the top part of what might be a pyramid. That's all I'm just saying. Just Google research that.
Do you know how many lakes our cities are up under?
And understand that Lake Lanier. There's so many cities like Lake Lanier
all over this continent.
And understand during the Great Depression, foundational black Americans, we weren't that depressed.
Really?
Because you know why? We took our money out the banks because they did it to us first with our Freedmen Bank. You never know why older black people don't trust banks? Because when they had a bank called the Freedmen's Bank, which had over $30 million in, which is equivalent to like billions of dollars today. They had
70 million, by the way.
The freedmen had that wealth, and the government just took it.
Took it away.
That's why you have people. Poof. If you got old grandmas, don't sell those houses and look in all the Bibles, look in all the mattresses, and dig up everything you can in that backyard.
Better cut the rim on your granddaddy pants, up there, that top up there where the belt go at.
You might
cut that rim.
A lot of y'all sold y'all grandma's house and somebody else reaped the benefits.
Gave them clothes a good way and didn't even check up there where you put that belt at. You cut in that back and that back part with that belt, that little gap. It's money all in there.
That bedpost got plenty money in it.
The reason why they took out your city and your town was because they were depressed.
Back of the plate on that refrigerator.
And they said, why are these black people doing better than us? And they said, we gotta, let's get it. Let's plunder it. Let's take it.
Yep. That belongs to us.
That's exactly what they did.
They've never stopped, as a society, they've never stopped manifest destiny since they've stepped on the soil.
So you just
doesn't matter what foundational black Americans have, they believe that they are entitled to take it and destroy it and claim it as theirs.
Gentrification.
From the land to the cities to all of the inventions.
So
Yeah.
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, Eli, but go ahead.
No, you're good, man.
Some
I'm
context to that.
loving every minute of it.
I just want to add some context to that. Go ahead.
No, you're great. But I guess I've listened. I got corrected in one or two things about saying black versus I'd say melanated. So I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to offend
No,
anybody.
we're black. We're black American.
You're good here.
And everybody else who's not a black American is melanated.
Well, I feel like I'm melanated.
Whatever
in
they
the
think
summer.
they are. Whatever you think you are, you safe with it.
We embrace that word black. Because we have the power to flip it. The Most High gave us the power to flip it. We say black is beautiful. We say I'm black.
What did James Brown say?
I'm black and I'm proud.
Proud.
Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
We say black is intelligent.
My
We say
grandma
black
was
is
black. My
strong.
mama was black.
That's what we understand that the black consciousness that we have is what's going to liberate all people, not just black Americans, but all people.
Yeah. Well, I just try to be careful because, I mean, I was brought up and I was born in Mississippi and in the Delta part. And I mean, my mother had a black lady that basically raised me and my brother every single day. And we took care of them like they were family, but it's trying to talk to different, I guess, aspects of people and everything. They may not take that the right way or whatever. So I just try to be respectful of everybody.
Listen, brother, I know what you meant. A lot of black women nursed a lot of white families, and they became just like family.
Yeah, 100%. Anything they needed is what we would provide for them.
My family is from the South. We understand that there are white people out there. If they love you, and they ride you.
That's right.
We're not gonna let nobody harm you. We know that. At least I know that. My family know that.
Yes, sir.
So
if you own our team, you can come to the picnic.
I want to come to the picnic.
We pick up
if you own our team, but rest assured, we checking at the gate. Okay.
Hey, I'm fully to be. You can scan me all you want to.
We pick up off energy, and we understand energy. If we get weird vibes, But if we get inviting vibes, welcoming vibes, we understand that too. Black people are very spiritual. We're not necessarily religious, but we are spiritual, and we utilize the energy, and that lets us know what's good energy and what's bad. That's how come we know when to leave when everybody else stays. Y'all around and we gone. Like something don't feel right. I'm out of here.
Yes, sir.
Y'all seen them birds before an earthquake and all that thing. Them the first things to go. They ain't the last.
We pay attention. When we where the birds at? Oh, we gotta go. I see something's wrong. Something's off.
Yep, I know.
Go ahead, Eli. I cut you off again. Go ahead.
No, you didn't cut me off, man. You're perfectly fine. So, I guess where we stopped there was the only thing I know of seeing people brought over here were white people, Caucasians on these ships. So everything that I've gained knowledge on was the black melanated people who were already here and established everything, and the Pope, Queen, these Caucasians come over here and infiltrate y'all. But I mean, what I'm getting from y'all is that's how y'all feel. 'Cause I've never seen a picture of black people brought over here on boats.
Well, Eli, let me rephrase this in today's times, how we would put it. And this is coming from the new black media. The defining line today, where do you stand on reparations? Should foundational black Americans receive reparations from the United States government?
Okay, well, I mean, I think the government is, I'm not trying to avoid your answer.
I understand. I'm going to let you clarify.
Okay. I feel that our government isn't even part of the people of this country. It's the Pope and the Queen, and they've suppressed us all. So I'm not saying that it's some illegitimate thing to where
let me say it like this because I know where you're getting at and what you're
Well,
going
I
to
got
say.
to be careful there because I don't want to be rude.
So here's the thing. A lot of white people, especially, they feel like, well, I didn't enslave nobody, so I don't feel like I deserve to pay back anything. But what do you think about Trump? Are you a Trump fan? And be honest.
Okay, I will be 100% honest with you. The only reason I can say that I am, it's not like I'm 100% on his side, but I feel like it's a.
Okay. But you understand Trump. Now understand this. Black Americans, especially the ones that know, we're not against Trump.
Yes, sir. I know that completely after what just happened.
A necessary. I'm gonna say it like this. He's not evil, but I'm gonna say it like this. He's a necessary evil.
Yes, 100%.
What Trump is doing with the tariffs and how he's gonna put America back in the surplus. It's going to end all excuses for anybody to deny Black Americans from getting reparations.
Yes, sir.
Because all our reparations should come from tariffs. 100%.
Yes, sir.
100% from tariffs.
The thing that go ahead.
That's
Sorry.
so easy to put in place. Trump is already doing it. If he just put 25% tariffs on, and I'm just throwing out a number, I don't know what he's going to do. If he just put 25% tariffs on every country, that's gonna knock out half the deficit. And then if he just add 2 to 3 more percent on top of that, that could become the Black Marshall Plan. And that Black Marshall Plan, the same Marshall Plan that other countries have been benefiting from for the last 50, 60 years, 100 years, that's been repairing their country, that can be rerouted and repair the Black community.
Yes,
so
sir.
People ask, where are you going to get this money from? It's so simple. It's called
England ain't getting theirs. France ain't getting theirs. Australia ain't getting theirs. None of the neo-colonial Western powers are going to receive those monies.
People say America doesn't have the money to pay that back. Oh, yes, they do. Thank God for Trump to come in here, and he hasn't done it yet, so we don't know. It could be a lie until he do it. But if he does what he said he's going to do, that's going to put America back on the map, and that's going to put us back in the surplus. And there should be no excuse that anybody, unless they're just straight up racist and straight up bigots and really don't care for black Americans. That could be the only excuse that they deny us reparations at that point. Because if Trump do it right, he can alleviate income tax and payroll tax completely. And then you can't say it's coming out of your tax dollars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Trump. He's a necessary evil. He's somebody that's going to get the ball rolling.
Well, the thing that got me is how the whole Black community, or I guess Hollywood, whatever it was, all like loved him until he become president. And then it just seemed like he become...
that a rapper, no, brother, you think the idea that a few rich rappers
You're right.
appealed to a rich white egomaniac represents what he is to the Black community?
I didn't mean it like that.
This is what I'm saying. That's a real big stretch, and that happens from the other side. Just because you saw some rappers with him doesn't mean he was all that in the community.
I don't mean just rappers. I didn't mean for it to come across like that.
No, I get what you're saying, brother. He was in movies. He was a popular figure. Or should I say, Hollywood had him in some things that made him appear to be greater than he was.
And Eli,
and the rest of society decided that, yes, his peripheral quest in Hollywood made him greater than he was.
Hold on, cousin Eli, you know right from wrong, right?
100%, yes, sir.
You don't gotta apologize. Just stand on business.
It's just comes from my upbringing.
I got you, but as long as you standing on business, you don't have to apologize for that.
I know. It's just, I want to be as respectful as I can and not come across.
You can say it with your chest. Nobody's
And
gonna
that means the world to me, because it's not like it's some challenging thing to enter into these platforms, but I want to do it just to try to get learning and understanding
say
from.
it with your chest. You'll get more respect when you say it with your chest.
And I
Okay.
hope, even though I may be seen like I'm challenging you, that I'm discouraging you from saying it with your chest.
Say it
I
with
do want you to say it with your chest, brother.
say it
No, I
Ain't no
appreciate
biggie.
everything that you're doing. You're perfect.
with your chest.
It was just, I guess
That's
what
gonna
I
make
was
us
getting at.
respect you more, and people are not gonna be like, well, no. If you say it with your chest, then there's no reason for us to think, there's no ambiguity. Just say it with your chest, and we know exactly what you mean.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't know anything about that man really until he tried to run. But I guess from the media's perspective and how they tried to put everything out there, it was like he was loved by a community. And I don't mean just rappers, but I mean, it was other people there, but
As
they
you
loved
said,
him. It was,
mainstream media projected him
Yeah,
to
we don't
be this
watch
particular
mainstream.
thing.
We don't watch
yeah, it
mainstream.
brainwashed everybody.
Listen, America's been under heavy propaganda and witchcraft for a long time.
They still are.
Exactly. But they're waking up. I don't know if y'all heard about the United Health thing, but I want you to understand that's another psyop.
Yep.
Oh, you talking about the CEO?
The guy that they have that they say did all of it, I don't believe it one bit. Don't even look the same. The brother got a unibrow.
The idea is to
There's a lot
change
of
the
things
narrative.
that doesn't add up. So I want you to understand that they're losing their power right now, and they know it. And they're
100%.
and they're trying to do everything.
Understand that the Democrat Party has a significant grudge against FBA.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So anything that is a headline sensation that will deviate from the FBA message and or code of conduct and how serious the FBA message is going to be highlighted through mainstream media.
Yes, sir.
They're going to have Charlemagne the God out here talking about, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention the name. Forgive me. TikTok, we love TikTok. We love the D's. They're going to have that out. They're going to have their bought and paid for tools out here pushing what they want.
Let me say this real quick. Listen, I think that this is just my opinion, and I think it's evident that when you got 3 assassination attempts at your life, and one of them almost really take you out, I think you have a come to Jesus moment, and you have a God-like mentality.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I think it changes.
Yeah, he may have a godlike mentality, but that's already a narcissist playing into his already godlike belief.
Hold on. I'm not saying Trump is not infiltratable, because I believe he's already been infiltrated.
Yep.
No, man, I believe so as well, but a lot of it has to do with his own personal belief, man.
I also believe, just like Nebuchadnezzar had to realize who God was, that Trump is going through that very thing right now. He's like, man, it's bigger than me. This is bigger than me. And everybody has an ego, and everybody has a narcissist that they can tap into, whether they want to believe it or not. But that's also the trick of the enemy. Surround yourself around people that give you bad intel and make you believe the lies.
Yep.
If you're foolish enough to believe the lies and not keep yourself humble and grounded, then you can start down a path that may be righteous, but you can also leave the path. And very few find their way back to the path once they stray from it, because they start realizing that all roads look the same at this point, and then they lost their way because they didn't look at the road map. They didn't pay attention to the signals. They didn't understand the landmines that were there, the monuments that were put in place for you to remember. They forgot because they wasn't paying attention because they were so focused on their ego.
I'd love to
See,
get my
that's what leads.
perspective on that one.
That's what leads me to look at some of our early industrial revolutionary magnates and or eminent people in power during that era.
I got about
Why?
10 more minutes, you guys, and I got to get some sleep. I got to shut it down. I got some things I got to do in the morning, but I want to definitely hear what Eli has to add on that before I close down the live. And you too, cousin. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother, but
I got you. Let me be real quick.
Yeah, be quick.
Marijuana was illegal, and or hemp became illegal in America because a business magnate had greater ties to the lumber industry than the hemp industry. Okay? That's why we are in this particular aspect, because somebody said I can make more money with this than I can with that. So they made the thing that was most plentiful and most easy to reproduce illegal. When a power structure can move a governmental body to do such things, these are the things that show you how society has been warped against the people. I'll land that.
Where do you are?
Well, I mean, another thing, we have THC receptors in our brain and other things, but what I've grasped, I'm 38 years old, and I've been through hell and back in my life with my family, and where I've gotten to the point of where we're at on this place is it is a place of learning lessons, and whether or not we want to learn the lessons or not, or grasp them, is the point of how many times we would repeat these lessons. It's like I've been through so many things, and I've finally I've learned it. I say it. I'm not trying to get into the spiritual thing because that's what we want to do. But I've told myself, I learned this lesson. I don't want to repeat it. But I watch other people just continually go through the same things over and over again, and they never learn the lesson, and they repeat them. But it's like once I've understood the lesson, then I get advanced and I move on and have an understanding. But it's like everything we're going through in this life right here is a learning lesson scenario.
You ever play a video game?
When I was younger, yes.
You can't beat the game until you pass the levels, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the game of life. That's why I don't play video games, because I'm already in one.
Yep. I mean, I haven't had the cable television or anything in 8 years. I mean, I had to just eliminate that.
I don't watch TV because I don't want to be under propaganda and witchcraft.
100%. Yes, sir.
Shut that off. And the moment I did that, my life improved tenfold.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you when my moment changed, and I don't mean to bring this up, but I've always just had things going on and just doubt and questioning. But when I finally just gave everything up and said, I'm not in control and I'm not going to question anything anymore, is when my life changed.
Well, there you go.
And I mean, it has been the wildest experience in my life, but to try to share that with certain people, I looked at like I'm crazy, I'm a fool, but I look at them like, well, you can't understand and you're not, I guess, seeing what's going on with me, because I'm over here in happiness and peace with no doubt, no question, because I don't believe in things, because belief is a form of doubt. I know things.
I would say, brother, that your path of enlightenment is specifically for you,
Yes, sir.
And when you reach your level of enlightenment, you are able to look around you and see that those who are around you who are completely unenlightened. And it makes you see how much further along you are than them, which advances you to a greater karmic chord. And I commend you for your journey and say, please continue.
Do you feel that everybody is actually supposed to experience that, or it really is actually chosen ones, which I don't like using that word, but it's like,
I believe that everybody has something in their path, and whether or not they overcome it when it is presented to them represents how much further along they get to their karmic journey. That makes sense?
so like if they're learning their lesson and admitting it and owning it versus repeating it.
Well, even if you master A, if you really haven't learned why you're doing A, you really can't get to B, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's where I think a lot of people are. Yes, they may know A and grasp A, they just don't understand why they know A.
You know what I believe?
So they can't get to B.
You know what I believe? You have a certain number of lives to get it right. And whatever that number is, if you don't get it right in that certain amount of lives that you get, you tap out.
Yeah.
That's it. You probably do go to hell at that point. But I think you don't get to pass the test until you pass the test. I do believe in reincarnation at some point. You are reincarnated. You will come back here over and over and over again. Maybe not in the same body, in a different person, in a different time, until you get it right. But you only have a certain amount of time. You only get it. There's a definitive number.
You got about 80 years.
And if you don't reach it in that time frame, and in that many lives that the Lord gives you, that's it.
Yep.
So I would say that if you have an awakening or you have a knowledge about self and a knowledge of truth, that you walk in it. Walk in it. You walk in it completely.
Yeah.
And be unafraid and be bold in the direction that you're going.
But it's also, I mean, gaining that understanding and that knowledge. I mean, I've had to eliminate pretty much almost all people in my life because it's nothing but a distraction. And then that's where, like, TikTok comes to find people like y'all to have a kind of a relationship and communication with, because you get to a point where there's nobody in your normal life you can even talk to.
So how much dead weight do you like to carry?
I don't carry anything anymore. I gave it all up.
Okay, there you go. You dropped the dead weight. You have no choice but to float high once you drop the dead weight. That's it.
Oh, yes, sir.
And so there's no sense in looking, I'm sorry to say it in such crass terms, there's no sense in looking down when you know you're going up.
No, and I didn't mean to come across that way if that's what it was.
No, I don't think you are, brother. I don't think you are.
Yeah.
I think the question was, what I really think you're saying is, I don't want to feel bad about letting these somebodies go.
Well, no, I don't feel bad about it at all, because
I didn't say you feel bad. I said you don't want to feel bad about it. There's a difference between feeling bad and wanting to feel bad about it. I don't think you want to feel bad about it. You have no reason to feel bad about it, but you haven't resolved the fact that you don't want to feel bad about it.
You're correct. That point was there, but now I don't feel bad about any of it, because the plan is not for me, for them. The plan is from somebody else for them. I can't control what they do and what they say. So it's not my problem what they've got going on. But I can't dwell and have it a burden on me what they choose in life.
Okay, let me hear
Why
from.
would you attempt to? You
Hold
can
on,
only
hold on.
control you and or what's in your circle.
That's right. Hold on, real quick, Cutter. Aaliyah, go ahead.
Let me.
Aaliyah,
We hear you. I hear you moaning like you
or was
want
that just a yawn?
to say something. Unless you fell asleep online. Did you fall asleep there?
Aliyah?
She didn't want to come up. She was asleep. She's asleep.
I heard her too, though.
Yeah, she was moaning back
Oh
there.
no, we clearly heard it.
She was moaning. She was moaning. Well, listen
Let
up,
me say
y'all.
this right quick before I did.
Go
My
ahead.
God, you've been very patient tonight, brother, and I thank you and appreciate your silence and your understanding today. So I want to thank you because you really did. And although you didn't speak frequently, the silence and the wisdom that you, when you did speak, spoke volumes. I want you to know I did acknowledge that. So thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Man, Mongo, we got to get you. We got to give you more time to really expound, brother. And forgive me for not paying attention to that. Mongo, you there?
He might be asleep too.
It might be. Everybody's on. It's the late night tap in. The late night tap in.
And you know, I told you it's 2 o'clock. Well, 3. It's almost 4 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
Me too.
A.M.
Yes, indeed. Well, listen up, y'all, man. Y'all go check out my books. Click the link in my bio. Get the book on prayer. Get the book on why ball on a budget when you can budget and ball. You know, I always preach saving money, and you need to be saving minimum $1,000 a month. If you're not able to save $1,000 a month, you're living above your means. You're in a bad situation, and you gotta pull yourself up out of that. Those are two things I preach: save money, and then I preach. You know, I got a book on prayer. You got to get on the frequency of God if you want to hear the things that God wants to tell you. You got to get on His frequency. God doesn't come down to your frequency. And then last but not least, man, I want y'all to download my music. I'm out on all. Just type in my name, Too Much Moxie, on all streaming platforms. A lot of my music will pop up. I'm working on an album right now called FBA Only. I have a single right now that's out on all major platforms called FBA Only. We're gonna rock out to something that I'm probably gonna put on the album. It's a new anthem called Freedom State of Mind. I want y'all to hear it, and then I'm gonna end the live, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. You know, y'all been here for a long time. It's
One more thing, brother.
definitely it's definitely
I just
appreciated.
want to make sure and let everybody know that's in earshot. Y'all make sure and go visit DougDoesDogs.com.
There you go.
That's DougDoesDogs.com.
Y'all go check out my brother's store. He got the fantastic. If you're a dog lover, you want to put some clothes on your dog, you want some good food for your dog. I done checked out the store. The store is phenomenal, man. If I had a dog, I would be. I'm gonna tell you, I'll be buying. I'll be buying from Doug's Dog. Okay, I'll be buying from his website. So y'all go check it out. What's your website one more time?
That's DougDoesDogs.com.
Doug Does Dog.
DougDoesDogs.com. No spaces, y'all.
Y'all check it out.
And
Y'all.
thank y'all for letting me in here. I
Yeah, you're
appreciate
welcome.
y'all a
You're
lot.
welcome anytime. And then I also have my other store, MuchoArt.com. I do a lot of canvas wall art. I have a lot of T-shirts. I've actually put some more FBA T-shirts up there, so y'all go check it out. My stuff are reasonable. I don't really mark stuff down, but I'm gonna probably mark some stuff down for Christmas time. But my stuff is reasonable. You know, I'm not here to get rich off of you. You know, I'm here to give you guys some reasonable wear that's authentic, that nobody else has, and that's high quality material. So, and I love feedback. Give me feedback. But yeah, let's ride out. Let's ride out to this song I wrote. It's called "Freedom State of Mind." I want y'all to hear it, and I want y'all to rock out to it. Then we're gonna end the line. Here we go. Sometimes this thing takes a while to warm up. I'm like, man, what's going on? Let's go. Gotta love technology. When you want to do what it needs to do, there we go.
This the blueprint to break chains. Freedom ain't free, gotta claim it. They told us we was free, but we still in a cage. Modern day slaves, now the shackles in our brain. They push the same game, colonized thought trains. Programmed to parrot white lies and maintain. Stand up, rise up, be kings, not pawns. Build pyramids, now they wanna call us cons. Forget the oppressor, I ain't bowing to no throne. They fear a black mind that's equipped and full grown. Riders hold ground, they don't fold and run. Tethers flee fast, ducking fights in the sun. This is power in my pen, liberation in my tone. Y'all running from the smoke, I'm reclaiming what's my own. We rise, break, change this our time. Black mind, free, unshackled design. No fear, no flight, stand alive. Freedom, state of mind. Yo, freedom, state of mind. Victimhood a weapon, got us stuck on repeat. If you fear confrontation, then you're complete. This is mental warfare, time to fight for the win. We the chosen generation, gotta end where it begins. The oppressor taught you flee, but your soul is a rider. Turn revolutionaries into meek outsiders, but we soldiers stand strong. No more hiding in the dark. Got the blueprint from the elders, now igniting the spark. I see the beat break, but here to take a stance. They wanna see it split. Keep our focus on it, but united we rise. Liberation is provided. We rise, break, changes. Black mind, free, unshackled design. No fear, no flight, stands all aligned. Freedom, state of mind. Yo, freedom, state of mind. The mindset of a king, no retreat, no bow. No handouts taken, I'm the master of now. Oppression is a system built to make us doubt, but we flipping the script cause we burning it out. Y'all fleeing overseas, think the answer's abroad, while we build up the trenches, planting seeds in the yard. This for the black rider, the one who won't bend. For the mothers raising kings, for the warriors to defend. It's a new revolution, a state of black mind. Free from their labels, they shackles, they binds. We write the story, no victim in our pen. It's the anthem of the free for the world to transcend. We rise, break, chains, it's our time. Black mind, free, unshackled design. No fear, no flight, stand tall alive. Freedom, state of mind. Yo, freedom, state of mind.
All right. That song's not out yet. That song's not out yet. It will be out soon. It's going to be put on the album of FBA only. But I got other music out. You guys can check it out. All you got to do is type in Too Much Moxie with 3 O's, T-O-O-O, Much Moxie, M-O-X-I-E. It's on all major streaming platforms. You're going to see it. I got a banger. Go check out FBA only, Black Unapologetic. I got other songs. I write country music, y'all. I love country music. My wife loves country music. I dabble in all genres. You know, there's not anything that I don't think I can't compete in and be great at. My pen works. I got a nasty pen, and
that's why it's 100 on that hat.
Exactly. It goes to work. So y'all check me out. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 a.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Central Time, and 10 p.m. Mountain Time. Gonna do the late night tap in. Always high level conversations. You know, every once in a while we gotta let these tethers know what it is and what it isn't. But my mentality is not to punch down. It's always to pull people up. I want to have high level conversations, and I want to make a difference on this earth. Okay, so click subscribe to the channel. You know, it's $3. That gets you in our business syndicate that we're starting with FBA. As long as you're FBA, I want to show you guys how to build a business and take the business from small level and start doing something huge. Let's start buying some land. Let's start buying some shopping centers. Let's start supporting black businesses, specifically FBA businesses. It's not that we have anything against Caribbeans or Africans or any non-FBA or melanated person, but we have to support our own. We have to believe in supporting black, and black means FBA, not everybody else. Not the people who cosplay as black. I'm talking about the people who are black and who are classified black here in America, that's who we want to support. So no disrespect to anybody else, but we have to support our own because we're all we got. Nobody's depending on nobody here. We are all we got. If we pull our resources together, they can't cancel us, y'all. And my dream is I don't want you to have to be beholden to anybody because you got a job. I want you to know that your people got your back, and you can say it with your chest and stand on business. All right. With that being said, man, it's the Too Much Moxie podcast. I'm your humble host, Too Much,
Appreciate you.
and I'm out. You guys have a good evening or good night. Take care, and good morning as well. Take care.